outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Good morning there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lenovo Intel Presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends Day 3. And today is the final day of Qualifier 1. I'm Akash Assassin 47. On the desk with me is Aggressive, and we are once again here to walk you through some high-octane, intense Apex Legends action. Aggressive, how are you feeling for Day 3, buddy?
Honestly, I am pumped. After day number 1 and the incredible showing from the Underdog Kings and day number 2, honestly, Assassin, I don't know what day number 3 is going to be holding. Will it be another dominant performance from the side of Team 1HP, Phoenix, and Unidex? Or will it be the side of Lasuda Party, the Devils, and of course, Driving Side by and Arsa D4 just completely outshining all of their opponents? Moving on down the line here, though, Assassin, I want to see a little bit more changes when it comes down to the terms of the strategy, because in day number 2, it felt as though a lot of the teams, they didn't wake up on the right side of the bed. And hopefully you woke up on the right side of the bed today, because today's the last day, and we got to give it all our energy. That is
Definitely made sure that I slept early and up and running. Pretty well, feeling really good. So hoping to have a great day for sure. And I hope that all of these teams and players in the server are going to be having a great day as well. Hopefully they are going to be able to put up the best of the performance out there. And hopefully they are going to be able to, claim the standings that they are looking for as well. But hey, I feel like that we have to take a look at the standings as well before we jump straight into towards match 1 for day 3, right? Let's take a quick look at the overall standings. And we are going to be looking at the day 2 standings at the end of day 2, the combined standings of day 1 and day 2, right? And we know for a fact that Team 1 HP, they're the ones who are leading the board right now with 179 points. Team 1 HP are looking very comfortable right up there with the first spot. Team Phoenix are slowly trying to catch up, but they are just miles away, like 101 points for them. And Team 1 HP, if they go ahead and get themselves more and more kills, it looks like that they might just be, holding on to that first spot as well. The Suda Party are sitting at the third spot. They completely dethroned Unitex from that third spot, and Unitex had a pretty bad day yesterday, despite the fact that they were able to, sort of get some kills, get some squad vibes, but not that much, right? Lasuda Party got themselves a champion title, and they also racked up a lot of kill points. X-Woman actually made their way over towards the 5th spot, by the way, and Hotstock D4 made their way into the 6th as well. Talking about the 6th spot, right? The top 6 are gonna be qualifying out of Qualifier 1. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing who exactly is gonna be, claiming that 6th spot as well. So in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd spot, I pretty much feel like that the 3rd and the 4th spot are going to be contested for today. Like Unitex and Lasuda Party are going to fight it tooth and nail, and maybe Unitex are going to try and claim that 3rd spot. But then it's going to be down to how exactly the Devils are going to perform. Because if the Devils or even Ignited Mafias go ahead and put up a performance like no other, then maybe they might dethrone Hotstock D4 as well. If Hotstock D4 are having a bad day, then I feel like that they might not be able to qualify. So what are your thoughts for day 3, match 1, Aggressive?
honestly, in day number 3, I want to see a lot of those teams try to perform and try and dethrone one another. I feel as though 1 HP, they have kind of cemented their lead with that number 1 position, and they are going to be the team that qualifies moving on down forward regardless, I do believe, because I do believe that, like, that's just my analysis. Them as a team, they can constantly get maybe at the bare minimum of 10, 15 points just to keep their lead relevant throughout this entire day. So I feel as though they're going to be in a safe position. They're going to be guaranteed a spot in the through the qualifier, sorry. But the main problem is I feel as though Unitex, they could just fall out if they're not able to perform to the best of their abilities. Just as you stated, because looking at Unitex's points, they're only at 83 points. And the rest of them are 68, 64, 58, and 56, which is very easy to thrown in a matter of seconds. You don't really need to worry about it a lot, because right after 1 game, 2 games, you're easily going to rack up over 40 points in most cases, and you don't really have to worry about anything more than that. But Unitex, they need to keep themselves relevant. They need to try and dethrone Phoenix, not only to get themselves towards that second position so that they can have a little bit much more of a morale boost when it comes down to the terms of ending the qualifiers, but also to show to everyone that, hey, we still have the capabilities. We're still a very dominant team that can take out all the top caliber teams when we are playing in the grand finals. But for now here, Assassin, I want to see a lot of the other underdog teams perform just like they did in day number two. Sorry, in day number two, yeah. And then come out in a little bit more of a changed light. Because after day number two, I expected a lot of the teams to go back to the drawing boards and understand what they really need to do. And hey, the match has already started, and we're going to be heading on down over there to see what the teams are going to be capable of after a short word from our sponsors, that is.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. Well, we are all set and ready to dive straight into towards match 1 for day 3. That is the final day for Qualifier 1 and aggressive. It looks like that the airship path sort of is going to be blessing a lot of teams, especially teams like 1HP, teams like Phoenix, because they usually have the tendency to drop in over towards Fragment West, Fragment East, Overlook, and even the Epicenter. But it looks like that this time around, though, Team Phoenix are going to be making their way in over towards Lava Siphon, or maybe even Lava City. Oh, Lava Siphon it is going to be.
Oh, God, what? Wizards of Oso, they just got literally wrecked right at the very beginning stages of this fight. PG is going to be the first one to get that first initial kill down on a 1, but at the same time, Wizards of Oz, they're not going to have a really good start as soon as they did go in for that drop. But Lasuda Party, they're in a pretty good position. They're going to be able to loot themselves back up to pretty good levels. R301 on one hand and a Wingman on the other. They're going to be in a pretty good position. They do spot out one player onto the other side of the Lava side. And maybe they're going to be going in for that play, but at the same time, Team Phoenix, they're going in for a couple of their own fights. And honestly, Assassin, it feels as though all of those teams, they're going in for the engagement really early and really quickly at the same time. Good lasers coming on down to from Side of Ultimate Noob. He's going to be able to take down their first initial player, and it's going to be Nick YT fighting the bullet, and he needs to take a backseat while his teammates try and save him up. But with the backup already coming on down through from the side of Team Phoenix, yeah, I think that's already done and dusted.
Man, this entire region is just going to be turning into a graveyard right now as Team Phoenix go ahead and completely clear off this path. They're going to go ahead and win it out as well. The squad wipe is going to come in, and Team Phoenix, especially Ultimate Noob, what a way to use that scanner as well, right? Coming out from the Bloodhound. It was such a precise scan right there, where they got to know each and every player as to where exactly they are, where exactly they're coming from. And Murdoch and Doctor, they went ahead and finished things off as well. Pretty good performance coming out from the side of Team Phoenix, but talking about pretty awesome performance, we do have Team Lasuda Party as well, who yesterday put up an amazing performance, and today we are expecting them to hold on to that position that they've got, that is the third spot.
Now we do see the Bangalore being in position. The shots are just going to be connecting, and poor old Kern Rice. Not again, Assassin. I feel as though your curse is still going to be upon him. He does get wrecked right when he is trying to go in for a cross. He's not going to be able to survive for long, and it's going to be Lasuda Party going in for their old usual cam-based playstyle. They're going to be able to take control of the doors and take control of this vehicle. And with this vehicle, they're going to be able to oversee this entire battlefield and go in for proper engagements against teams like the side of Team Phoenix. But Team Phoenix, they're hunting down their own prey. They have gone in towards the side of the extractor, and how long can they survive inside of there is going to be the real question, because this place can be a literal death trap if you are not able to take your engagements down properly. And it is going to be the side of Team Phoenix going in for that first initial engagement and probably taking out their opposition.
Well, Team Phoenix definitely are going to spot out that squad, and it looks like that the Doctor is on the hunt. He really doesn't want to let him run away from that. He's actually looking at him as well. Yeah, he's just looting. He's looting up, and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to take you down. And there comes there comes Chappie, by the way, with the Peacekeeper, your favorite weapon. Yeah, the looting squad just got eliminated, by the way. And Unit X off to a good start themselves.
Yeah, Unit X, they got that first initial engagement. That's going to be a confidence boost. Always, whenever you're playing a Battle Royale, killing off that first squad gives you a massive confidence boost that you can ride on high on throughout the entire map. So hopefully Unit X, they're going to be able to show up because they really do need to. Otherwise, they're going to be in a very bad position moving on down the line. But at the same time, we haven't really seen a lot of the side of Team 1HP. I think that they're probably just chilling out down near the side of Fragment, just waiting to see what they can find. But at the same time, it's all about the information. And Unit X, they're actually playing for that. And that's what I really do like here. Carno opting to get that initial tower to see where the next zone is going to be at. And with that information, they should be able to make the proper rotations accordingly to what they need to do moving on down the line. And it's all about the rotation. It's all about the information. The more information that you can gather, the better you are going to be playing moving on down the line as the circle does close on in. Because you do need to remember, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're playing Apex at the most professional levels, it's all about getting into a better position. It doesn't really matter if you have the best team in the entire world. If you're not in a good, favorable position, it doesn't matter who you are. You're going to get wrecked in a matter of seconds.
Through that, Team 1HP looking to make their way in on top of that hill right there. And get some terrain advantage, and Frenzy, once again, is just going to go ahead and scan as well with his heartbeat sensor. Wow. Interesting. Crypts. What is going on? Is it internet?
Let's go this way.
Apex.
Ah, the movement bug. It's a movement bug. Interesting. All right. Well, all right then. Well, let's hope that Crips is not going to be stopped from making these epic plays that he was making yesterday, by the way. Yesterday, did you see the way he was just escaping out of situations? Like, his movement is so good. Let's hope this movement bug doesn't affect that. But yeah, Unit X, well, they are looking pretty much stacked up, right, in terms of the loot. Really happy. Flatline Eva on towards Rebellion.
Oh, someone finally opened the vault.
Someone opened the vault key, and that is someone opened the vault with the vault key, and that is the Devils. Interesting. Serial
There's a lot of loot now.
Yeah, Serial Chiller is gonna get that that gold shield, and also gonna be seeing Zami going ahead and getting himself a purple. We saw a gold backpack as well, right? So interestingly, all of that is definitely going to help the side of the Devils. So they are going to be able to get that 5th spot, by the way. Okay, Hardstuck D4. Hardstuck D4, they're going to be the ones to chase the Wizards of OZ, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, Regicide, the Bangalore is going to try and drop in the smokes and try and evade from that area. Unfortunately, Curd Rice, well...
That guy's not having a good day.
Yeah, Curd Rice, not really sure what's up though, but... Yeah, not having the best of the days, huh? Maybe early morning blues.
Yeah, he's just trying to warm himself back up, and he's like, just wait until I get warmed up. And map number 2, map number 3, and map number 4 and 5 is where I'm gonna show you what exactly I can do. But hey, map number 1, he needs to take a backseat, and all his teammates are trying to go in for those engagement plays. But at the same time, the Devils, they're a little bit confused. The zone is right behind them. They need to make a massive play of their own soon enough to try and get themselves out of that sticky situation. But yeah, it's going to be Regicide getting caught out as well. They're very spread out though here, Assassin. It feels as though some of them are on one side of the map and the other one is like, Centero, what are you doing back here, my man? That's a little bit questionable.
Yeah, the Wizards of OZ, they kind of are not having the best of the days. I'm going to be seeing Centero. He's going to try and make his way in towards the dead box. Trying to cover the banner and possibly
Arnold's gone.
Make his way over towards the respawn center.
Wait, Third Rice is gone, man. There's no way he's going to be... Wait, is he actually? Okay, 4 seconds left, and I swear to God, Centero, he's like the literal fire, he's like the literal ambulance trying to go in and pick up his buddies, but Centero gets spotted out with the opposition team.
Yeah, this rescue mission This rescue mission looks more like a suicide mission as well for him. He's just gonna try and stay alive, but then unfortunately the entirety of Hotstruck D4 are gonna be the ones to hunt
He gets
him
out of this.
down. I don't think so. He is still gonna be chased by 2 players. Look at that! They're waiting to welcome him at the door. That's gonna be the entirety of Hotstruck D4 to go ahead and take down Santerra. And with that, Wizards of OZ are completely eliminated out of match 1.
I feel as though the Wizards of Oz, they just had the worst possible start that we have seen in the last 2 days Assassin. 2 of their players, they were on completely different side of the map. And that's gonna be a pretty hard position, but at the same time, do you see what's happening here right now, Assassin? It's gonna be Team Phoenix making their way down towards the side of Hotstruck D4, and this is gonna be a battle for the century as well, because we already know that the side of Team Phoenix know that the push is already coming. The shots are just gonna be connecting, moving on down the line, and a beautiful tracking from the side of Ultimate Youth to take down that personage up there. Neo takes the back seat, and it is gonna be the side of Team Phoenix trying to go in for a couple of pop shots. They don't know where to expect them yet because of the Octane jump pad, and with that, it's just gonna be a couple of cleanup kills. It's gonna be Suraj taking a backseat, and the entirety of Hotstruck D4, they were making a rotation play for themselves, but they just got caught out in the worst possible situation possible. And yeah, that's gonna hurt them a lot when it comes down to the standings. They needed this win for themselves to try and go in for a forward position.
Weren't Unitex just around the corner as well? I kind of think that Team Unitex might also join in on this action.
I think they left already.
Team Unitex were also the ones to, you know, sort of rain hell on towards the side of Wizards of Oz. So I feel like that if they are nearby, you might see them going up against the side of Team Phoenix. Everyone is just really close to one another, by the way. I feel like that all of them trying to make their way in towards the ring now might just see each other, try and cut off the rotations for each other, and you know, sort of take all of these fights right off the bat.
With the push already coming on down through, what can we expect coming on down through from these teams is going to be the real question here. Because Team 1 HP, they're in a pretty good spot, to say the very least, as they are making the rotation happen. But at the same time, as I was just stating, Team 1 HP, they don't really need to play for the kills. If they literally play for placements the entire game, throughout the 5 maps, they're still going to be the one to keep that number 1 position and be in a spot where they can easily go in and qualify. So I don't really think we're going to see a lot of action from the side of 1 HP if they're going to play it like that. But at the same time, they like to play it super aggressively as well. So let's just see what we can expect coming on down from them. But what I'm really interested about is the side of Team Phoenix, because now the engagement is about to start. And look at the bottom. It's gonna be the side of Unit X. It's gonna be Team Phoenix versus Unit X, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be the number 2 and number 3 positions going off against one another. Who's gonna be able to take the throne? Here is going to be the real question, but at the same time, Team Phoenix are actually giving up the high ground and trying to go in for a push. This could be detrimental for them if they're not careful. The push is already getting phenomenal down through as well from the side of Team Phoenix. The Doctor trying to surgically make its way down forward to maybe go in for an engagement, maybe go in for a play, but with the ultimates now being fought from both the Gibraltar and also Carno. This does not look good for the side of Team Phoenix. They need to make their own push with the advantage going in the favor of the side of Unit X. And the fact that they're making so much noise, it's gonna call a third party soon enough. And with the Doctor going down, Unit X, they're just ready. They can easily go in for a push.
Do that, and it looks like that Team Phoenix having a little bit of a problem though. The Doctor and Murdoch, they both are gonna get taken down. I feel like that Ultimate Noob is the only one who can absolutely do something here. Like, you know, maybe try and retreat, because that is going to be the right option here. You know, retreat, heal yourselves, and maybe possibly try and play for the placement points.
It's better to maybe mount for a rescue mission, but at the same time, I don't think
so. No. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so that a rescue mission is going to be a viable option here, because Ultimate Noob knows for a fact that he's at a disadvantage. It's going to be either a 1 versus 2 or a 1 versus 3 for sure if he goes up ahead to recover the banners. Or maybe even more, because all of the other teams also heard out the gunfights.
He's waiting next to the zipline to maybe go in for a balloon rescue mission, but at the same time, I kind of understand why he's heading on down inside of the zone, because he wants to try and go into a position where the side of Unit X won't really chase him out. But Unit X, they know for a fact they shouldn't have to go in for that chase, because if they do, that's going to be a pretty hard position for them. But I do believe that this is the side of the Devils, if I'm not wrong. they're going to be chilling out in this angle, and it feels as though everyone's opting to go in for fights here. The rotations are going to be coming on down through. It's going to be the side of 1 HP with Chris leading the charge on that raid. Does get a forward position for themselves. One on the left side, one on the right side, and the Gibraltar causing a lot of damage and raining hell on all of their oppositions. Arc starts right in the hand. It's going to be a stick, I do believe. The sticks are not going to be even needed. The Arc starts doing so much damage and getting burned to a crisp because of the thermite. This team, they're not having a good day here, and I do believe that Team Devils, they're gonna take a back foot and they're gonna get wrecked almost instantly. But Team 1HP, they either need to go in for this push right now or cut their losses and go in for a rotation play, because the third party is gonna be coming in down through soon enough. But actually, no, this is the team of Love Me Senpai, I do. Oh no, this is Team Devils. This is Devils.
Yeah, this is Team Devils. So Team Devils, we might just see them going ahead and taking down the side of Team 1HP as well, because 1HP, well, they're retreating. And they're also going to be shot at from a party that is coming in from the other side. So yeah, Team 1HP, well, they are pretty much in a situation where there is a cliff right in front of them, and behind them is lava. So where exactly are they supposed to go?
Yeah, I feel as though as soon as Frenzy found that first player, they should have immediately dipped out of that situation and just rotated down to another side line. They shouldn't have stayed on top of that building. And the fact that they did stay on top of that building just costed them pretty much everything. And actually, no. Is this Lasuda party? I'm just confused now. But no, it was actually... Yeah, they were on the somewhere else on the same building. I swear to God, Apex has buildings that look exactly the same, so it's a really hard to keep track of what's happening from time to time. But at the same time, Seahawks, he's going to be the one being able to crack one initial player. And with this, it's going to be the side of Team Devils. They need to make a run for it. And if they don't run, they're going to be inside of the zone pretty much almost instantly. But at the same time, Seahawks, he's also not in a position to go in for a proper rotation for himself. He needs to try and go into a forward position. He needs to try and maybe get a kill for himself. But with the immediate push now already coming on down through, there's no way that he can survive. There's nothing that he can do. He doesn't have a gun for this. And it's going to be Zami being able to take him on down. It's going to Pickle though on the other side of the map, being able to take down Lovely Senpai as he's trying to make his own rotation play happen. And it's going to be the side of Team Asses holding down the fort from the edge of the circle. They know for a fact that 1 HP is on one side and on the other end it's going to be the side of the Devils. Now it's all up to Serial Chiller, sorry, to maybe go in for a play and maybe try to find something. They don't know where he is. He tried to bump them.
Wow, that was a good play. All right, nice little spray down coming in from Ben frames per second. It was a precise spray down coming in from him as well. It was a good one, and at the same time, he did get knocked out. And I feel like that the side of Team Asses, they're also gonna try and go in for some similar plays here. Team Asses, I feel like that they are gonna be the ones to take care of Team 1 HP here. Zeox, well, he's gonna get revived. I mean, he was knocked down, so he's gonna be pulled back up. It's like it's not time for you to go down anytime soon. We have some business to finish. Team 1 HP. Well, we're gonna finish off the business that they started, by the way. We're gonna try and oh wow. Wow, no! Not like this. The Kimmy Shield is gonna come in as well to maybe try and save them, but hey, I feel a push coming in from the side of Team Unit X, and these players from the side of Team Unit X are just gonna try and put the Peacekeeper into action. My goodness, it's just grenades bombarding upon them, and Ben's frames per second, he still is gonna stay alive and is gonna take down everyone, and he's gonna become the new kill leader with a total of 4 kills.
1 HP. Yeah, it's just like the fight just started. It was Unidex, it was Phoenix, it was Team Axis. They all just ran it into one specific position, but right at the very end, it was 1 HP who cut their losses, waited for the fight to occur, waited to go in for that third-party play, just able to clean it all up. Yes, Team Asses, they were able to survive, but for how long? They were not able to survive for long here, and now it's just all up to the Octane. Poor old
wow.
from second. He was just not able to survive. An Assassin, this is a heartbreaking moment. All of the teams, they performed well, but Team 1 HP, the first team that we just counted out, the team that we thought that were gonna die because they spent way too long trying to fight a squad inside of a building, they're the ones to get all their players back and then come back so strong. Team 1 HP, They're in it to win this one for themselves this time around once again.
They might just go ahead and grab the Champions title as well, by the way, because we've got Team Exomin who are about to spot out that other squad that are left out, and Team 1HP is coming in with a little bit of a flank as well. That's Koopy and Gang, by the way. And yep, Team
Lasuda
1HP.
Party.
Yep, that's Lasuda Party. Team 1HP, they have spotted out Lasuda Party, and I feel like that we are going to be seeing an Arcstar thrown in, a Thermite thrown in as well from the side of Team 1HP. Just going to go ahead and throw in all of these utilities to just pull them out of that building, right? And there you go. There comes the Thermite. We're going to be seeing the push being made by Turrets. So he's going to spot out a player. He's going to go in for that spray down. Getting something done. That's the frag grenade. But needs to be careful. Just has to retreat. Cannot die yet. Because there is the side of Team Lasuda Party who are completely sandwiched in that particular vehicle inside that building. They're just completely sandwich. There's no escape out of here. It's going to be Team Exomen to just push them down.
That's a bad idea. Omen.
Bad idea, by the way. Team Exomen, they are sort of being a lot aggressive here. They might just get caught in between the crossfire. We might just see Team 1HP. They're just chilling back there. They won both of these teams to duke it out against each other, and then finally they're just going to come in and finish up what they want. Looks like the Team Exomen, they're also going to go ahead and dish out a lot of damage. Every single player from the side of Team 1HP's shield is down, and they're just going to go ahead and quickly recharge that shield. We're going to be seeing the Seer ultimate being put to use as well. It's going to be Devil Corner. It's going to be so low. The Gibby ultimate comes in, ladies and gentlemen, and Devil Corner is just going to make his way out of there. But, look at Team Lasuda Party. They're going to get eliminated. Look at Koopy's health. I mean, one bullet and he's down. There you go. He's not dead. And it's all down to, yep, the ring comes in, and I feel like that Team 1HP, they do have the chance to go ahead and get this one.
Yeah, they
Devil Corner's going to be, yep, they definitely do have the champions, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be Team 1HP to go ahead and win it out. Match 1 for the final day of Qualifier 1.
Okay, Assassin, I'm just gonna try and break this down to you a little bit. Do you know what happened here? There were two options. There were two options.
Maybe you can save it up for the match highlights as well, you know? Like,
yeah, I'll actually save it up for the match highlights. Let's just hype it up for the side of Team 1HP here, because
definitely.
honestly, they're a team that we just we were like, no, they cannot win this. There is no possibility they can win this. They lost 2 of their players almost immediately, and then right at the very end, Chris just came in clutch, able to revive Gibby, and then immediately pick up his buddy Frenzy as well. Like, how do you do that, and how do you survive when you got pincered from 3 different angles, and they played their cards so beautifully, understanding that, hey, the side of the Devils, they're in a very bad position. They know for a fact that 2 teams are now trying to shoot at them from multiple different angles. They were like, okay, I know I'm going to die out here. It's completely fine. I can easily go in for a rotation play, pick up my buddy Xeon, and then immediately come in down for a proper flank. Cleanly done from them, and they were able to go in for that third-party play. But at the same time, like, this was an absolute heartbreaking story here, Assassin, in a Battle Royale as well. The fact that this team actually pulled off the impossible just goes to show that even when you were stuck in a 1 versus 3 situation against all the other squads, you can still pull off a miracle if you do play your cards properly. But at the same time, this was an absolute showing from all of these teams. In X-Omen and also Lasuda Party being able to come down right until the very end just goes to show that they mean business, and in day number 3, they're gunning to make sure that they keep their spot secure out of qualifiers. But at the same time, let's head on down over to the match highlights so you can start everything off, and I can give my analysis of what happened here right at the very end when we actually do see it in the end.
Yeah, so I mean, the match highlights. What can we start off with? Well, we've got Team Phoenix right here, who went ahead and took on the fight against the side of Team... it was actually Team Nick YouTube and Gang, right? I don't particularly recall the team name, but yeah, I do feel like that was the side of team. Yeah. So the thing is that Team Phoenix, the way they went ahead and took on that fight, it's pretty beautiful to see them go ahead and wipe out that squad over there. And then we had Team Hashtag D4, who went on, took down Santiago, was the final player from his team. Team Phoenix then went ahead and took on the fight on towards Hardstuck D4. They were trying to make the rotation here, and Team Hardstuck D4 got taken down as well immediately. Team Phoenix, the best part about them was that they went ahead and cleaned off a lot of squads here, alright? But it was the very end. It was the sheer brilliance coming out from the side of Team 1HP. Just come in and finish all of it over towards the cliff. Here, you would see Team Unidex and Team Phoenix going up against each other, where Team Phoenix, once again, they won it out. And then Team 1HP, if you take a look at this in this situation, right? Team 1HP, we thought that they are pretty much over. They're not invested for match one, but they rose quickly and they got themselves the revive as well. Then we saw the side of Team Ashes going ahead and getting taken down as well, thanks to the Gibby ult, and Team 1HP just pushing them down as well.
There's no way they should have really won this, but at the same time, having the potential third parties coming on down through with the fourth parties and the fifth parties really did give the side of team 1 HP to rise up to the occasion. Team Unit X, though, I kind of do feel bad for them because without the Gibraltar ultimate from the side of Xeon, I don't think that a lot of plays would have happened here, and I kind of feel bad for all of them. Team Asses, they were also not able to survive, but right at the very end here, Assassin, it was the first seed going up against the third and the fifth to try and close out the gap between each other when it came down to the rankings. But right at the very end, the number one position is being held by the side of 1 HP for a reason. They had the positional advantage, and this is why I kept on saying X-Omen. They could have just cut their losses, went inside of the zone, and then made a rotation into the circle to pincer the side of Team 1 HP when they had the disadvantage. They didn't need to go in for a push like that. Yes, going through the zone would have caused a lot of damage, but you have the resources to heal yourself back up, even though that could have happened to you. And I really don't understand why the side of X-Omen went in for that push against the Suda party when they know for a fact right on the other side is waiting them is going to be the side of 1 HP. They had a lot of options, but the fact that they didn't opt to go in for the much more safer option, sorry. Yes, it can be risky because you're trying to go in through the zone, which does deal a lot of damage, but you will be able to make it. You have the capabilities to do it. And it was a little bit of a question mark in my eyes, but when it does happen though, even pros can panic from time to time. You're not always going to be able to go in for the right decision every single time. And hopefully X-Omen, they're going to be able to go back to the drawing board and figure out what they did wrong here because they had a lot of options. They were just not able to pull it off properly. So in the long run, it's going to be the side of Team 1 HP taking it all away. They had the better position here. And once again, it's all about positioning. Whoever has the better position in a battle royale, they're always going to be the one to win everything out. So beautifully done from them. And hey, 1 HP right at the very end, they didn't even need to do anything. If they just ran away from the zone would have killed all of the members of the side of X-Omen, regardless.
True that. And is this the side of Team 1 HP, right, who had much more advantage in towards the end, where they knew for a fact that Team Lasuda Party were getting taken down as well from the side of Devil Cornering Gang and Devil Cornering Gang. They then moved on to try and take down 1 HP, but then the ring kind of messed things up, and then they were not able to do much. So, yep, X-Omen, they tried, but there was just the brilliant performance coming out from the side of Team 1 HP to go ahead and take the gunfights and win it out as well. So, congratulations for putting up that victory there, which pretty much solidifies your hold for the rest of the day as well. You guys were already on 179 points, so I feel like that this might just make you
How's the
reach
200 mark?
maybe, yeah, they are going to cross the 200 mark for sure. Till the end of the day, they definitely are going to do that. I'm pretty sure about that. But hey, congratulations, Team 1 HP, once again. And I feel like that when the match standings are going to be ready and the overall standings are going to be ready, we're definitely going to be surprised to see Team Lasuda Party, who are going to be holding on to that spot as well. Because, yeah, Unitex, they particularly weren't able to do much. But Lasuda Party, they did get themselves a couple of squad wipes, and then they made their way towards the very end to, be the top 3 team left out in the final ring. So yeah, Lasuda Party, I feel like that they are gonna keep on increasing their points, and maybe they're just gonna solidify their hold on that third spot.
I completely agree with you there, but it's just I don't know. Whenever I see a team with so much potential just be in the heat of the moment and just lose their cool like that, it doesn't really feel bad because I feel as though X-Omen, they had the best possible chance of winning everything out because you do need to remember Team 1 HP, they were the ones at a disadvantage there when they were holding down in that position, but it's completely fine and dandy. It's a game of Apex, ladies and gentlemen. You sometimes will lose your cool, the adrenaline's going to be pumping and causing a lot of issues moving on down the line. But hey, what's not going to be causing issues is the fact that we're going to be heading on down over to the match standings for this matchup. So let's see where all of the teams are going to be holding up and how many points the side of Team 1 HP have racked up for themselves. And it's going to be 22 assassins, not really crossing the 200 mark just yet. They just need to wait for one more map, I do believe. But what I am really impressed about is from the side of X-Omen being able to rack up those 11 points. But at the same time, look at the point distribution here, Assassin. All of them have 11, 10, 10, 8, 4 points. And that's actually admirable when you consider all of the factors that these teams had to go through to try and rack up these points. And I feel it's all of them tying together was one of the main reasons why this happened.
Yeah, I mean, Team Exoman also, setting up at the second spot, total of 11 points. Looks really good. Exoman, they might just be able to hold on to that top 5 spot as well. The Suda Party, definitely holding on to that third spot, even in the overall standings. I'm pretty sure about that with 10 points. Unitex only were able to grab 8 points, by the way, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem for them. If they could have, had survived for a little bit more, then maybe Unitex might have been able to make their way over towards the third spot for the overall standings. But talking about the overall standings, it is ready. So why don't we quickly go ahead and take a look at the overall standings and get all the speculations out of the way? And whoa, they are crossing the 200 mark. Aggressive 1 HP. They've got a total of 201
Oh,
total
wait, they
points.
actually did.
And Phoenix, they're going to be sitting at the second spot with 111. Lasuda Party going to solidify their hold with 94 on the third spot. Unitex with 91, not that bad. Unitex are catching up as well. Like Soman on the fifth spot, 79 points. Hashtag D4 on the sixth with 68. And Team Devils, they actually got dethroned from the seventh spot. Like they were the seventh spot, and Team Asses were the eighth. So there is a little bit of a change over there as well. Ignited Mafia has made their way down to ninth. Lunatic Squad to 10th. And I feel like that Team 1HP, they pretty much are going to be holding on to that first spot aggressive.
Yeah, like considering how many points you need to reach to them, it's gonna be 90 points, Assassin. And 90 points through 4 maps, I don't think that's physically possible. You need to get consistently over 25 points in every single map, and that's getting wins. So the number 1 position is, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be getting that anytime soon. But what I am sure about is that number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 are going to be up for grabs for all of these teams, because when you consider the point distribution, it's not that big. Even the teams down at the 15th position, they can easily make their way up to that top 6 position to get out of qualifiers and qualify for the grand finals very easily if they just are able to win out on 2 maps and get a couple of placement points on the following ones. But it is a big but. So in a way, I feel as though the lower ranking teams, the underdogs of this story, can rise up to the occasions, just like the Suda Party, XO, and Hearts at D4, if they're able to take their opponent's momentum away. But considering the momentum that the side of XO and Hearts at D4 and the Suda Party have as of right now, and the way that they're playing, I don't think that it's going to be easy to dethrone them. But what's your opinion on this, Assassin? And what do you think? Do you think that the teams such as AWN, Wizards of Oz, and the Lunatic Squad can actually dethrone the Kings as they're moving up the rankings?
HWN Gaming, not sure, because yesterday they did have a really good performance. They got themselves a champion as well. But today, they aren't actually looking that good. Lunatic Squad and Ignited Mafias, on the other hand, I feel like that they might actually be able to do something. At the same time, we know for a fact that the Lunatic Squad, they have been taking all of these fights, but unfortunately, they just find themselves in awkward situations where they're not able to do anything. They're just stuck right there, and they have no escape whatsoever. So they just get pounced onto by all of these titans, such as 1 HP, Phoenix, and all. So if they can just try and get an escape out of these situations and maybe try and survive a little bit more, maybe they're going to be able to rise up in the overall standings. But apart from that, I don't see them actually making a big move, such as dethroning anyone from the fifth or the sixth spot.
Like, when you consider stuff like that happening all over the map, like, I really do want to see a couple of the teams perform maybe a little bit more in terms of rotation. Because I feel as though Unitex, they're falling under the trap being like, we always need to consistently go in for third parties. And you do need to remember that we don't really need to play for that number 1 position or that
Yep.
number 2 position. It's just about qualifying. You can just play it a lot more slower. It really doesn't matter how you're going to be playing here in the qualifiers, because it's just all about surviving. If you're able to keep that top 6 position in your own arsenal, just play it a lot more slower. Play it for that placement point. You don't need to get yourself a lot of kill points. And whenever we do see the side of Team Unitex, they have a lot of kill points. Like, consistently, they're getting over 8 to 9 kill points all throughout on every single map. But what they are not getting is the placement points. It's just around 5, 6. That's not what you really want when it comes down to the terms of the placement points and the position that you are in as of right now. You are at the brink of getting disqualified, and there is no way you can come on back from that. If you go in for an aggressive play, and then suffer heavily for it. Because you know for a fact there's no way you're going to be reaching number one. It's going to be really difficult to reach number two considering the potency of Team Phoenix. So it's all about holding on to the number two position with your dear life. And a lot of the other teams, they need to play it aggressively because they need to make that point gap much more smaller as time progresses because we only have 4 more maps left, ladies and gentlemen. Map number 1 ended off really quickly. It feels like we just started casting it. It's already over because of the amount of aggressive plays that these other teams are making. And I really do like that. That's the dynamic that you should be holding on day number 3 when you are at the bottom of the barrel. That's when you need to play aggressive. That's when you need to take those risks to try and rise to the occasion and get yourself into that top 6 position. But for the teams that are already in those top 6 positions, they should be playing it a lot more safer so they do not get disqualified. They need to play for those placement points, play their cards properly. Otherwise, if they still try to carry the momentum that they had and the same strategies that they had in day number 1 and in day number 2, it could just be done and dusted for them. And I'm really excited to see how the dynamic will change in the map number 2. Will it be the same as map number 1 or will it be something different, Assassin? I want your opinion.
Well, I feel like that match number 2 might not be that different though. These teams are just gonna keep on holding on to whatever they are comfortable with. I don't particularly see any reason to them going ahead and changing things out here. I feel like that later towards the end of the day, maybe in match 3 or 4, we might see a little bit of a change in their entire strategy. But then in match 2, I feel like that they're still going to be doing the exact same thing. Yeah, maybe they might be dropping in somewhere else. So all of that is the default things are default things. Like you might change your location or whatnot. That is all fine. But in terms of how exactly they approach a particular fight or how they actually execute an entire squad is something that I feel like is going to be the exact same. I don't see any changes that are going to be made as well from all of these teams. Towards the later stage of the day, maybe match 3, 4, or even the final match is going to be 5. I feel like that we might see teams, going ahead and changing up their stance a little bit. Maybe keep on experimenting between a passive aggressive one or moving over towards straight up guns blazing approach as well. And with that, we pretty much have got the cue that the game is ready. So why don't we quickly jump straight in towards match 2 for the day? And yeah, we are going to be seeing who exactly is going to be the one to go ahead and grab that champions title in match 2. So we're going to be diving straight in towards match 2 after the message from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rise of Legion, powered by Lenovo and Intel. As we are back with map number 2, and these teams, they're going to be ready, and they're flying out high. You can see the Octane just riding on that jump pad straight on towards the side of World's Edge to go in for that first initial engagement, and he is excited to go in for that fight. And Team Masses, they should be really excited because they were able to pull off a lot of miracles and try and take in that win for themselves, but at the same time, they may need to play it a lot more slower as well. It's going to be the side of Team Phoenix actually heading on down over to Lava City to try and maybe go in for proper play, loop themselves back up to full, and before they on to go in for that fight. But at the same time, Team Masses, I don't really like this because they're right next to Team 1 HP. And this could end perfectly or this could get horribly for them if they're not careful. But Assassin, I feel as though the spread of the players all over the map, they're nowhere near one another. So this could just be an easy play for them. But at the same time, the Devils, they're right next to another team. And I do believe that it is going to be the side of...
Wizards of Oz.
Yeah, the Wizards of Oz.
Wizards of Oz are going to be the one to be just nearby, and the Devils, I feel like that. Yeah, curd rice. It's a
This
movement
game,
bug,
man.
right? Yeah, the movement bug. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny in its own way, but at the same time, what's not funny is the fact that the Wizards of Oz have actually not able to salvage a lot of loot here. So maybe the Devils might have a chance at going ahead and wait. What happened? Did Zami just jump off?
Accidentally, yes.
Yeah, he just jumped off that place, and his dead box is right up there. It's okay, Zami. I've been there as well.
Close.
That's because you're bad. That means not
Actually, yeah. When I came back to the game, right, when I started playing, I thought that there is like a platform below. But then
bad.
I messed up my jump. There was actually a platform below, by the way. I wanted to go there, but then I messed up the jump, and I was not able to strafe in, and then I just fell down.
This guy trying to airstrafe in a game where airstrafing is not a thing.
Yeah.
Like this is assassin for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I'm afraid to play with it from time to time, especially in rank. But hey, he's my buddy, so I'm gonna play with him regardless. You know, when you have that one friend who's like really bad at the video game, but you still want to play with him because he's a really close friend. Yeah, that's assassin for me. Don't worry, my man, I got you. No, doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter how bad you.
All right then. So much for an intro, but hey, the Wizards of Oz, well, they're not going to be welcome here. Their introduction is not going to be needed, as we are going to be seeing the Devils also going to be approaching straight in. Do they have a Wulki? Actually, never mind. This is not a Volt. My bad.
This is not a vault.
This is not a Volt. Yeah. It's like it's that cave where you're gonna find a lot of loot. Don't worry.
Yes. Now moving on down the line here, assassin. It's gonna be a good hold coming on down from them. And no, this is actually a vault. So it's just gonna be holding it down strong, but they're not really gonna be able to do anything here. They just gotta chill. They just gotta loot up and maybe get a couple of good guns for themselves, because this is a good rotation spot, I would say, at the very least, because of the place that they're holding. But Third Rise, he needs to try and get a little bit of information for himself. He did spot out one of the players, though, and with that information, they're going to be opting to go in for that rush. But who is this player? They're actually making his way down forward towards that angle, and Third Rise, he spotted him out, and this is going to be a lot of information for his buddies as they do make their own push happen. But I really do like this play. The fact that they're actually using all of this utility from the side of the Caustic to block off the door so they can't run away from it. They need to break this door down, and they need to break that Caustic trap, but they can't break it. This wastes so much time. I really like this play, to say the very least. And I like Assassin, this is a really smart plan to block off all of these rotation angles, because if you try to walk through that Caustic trap, you're literally going to be at 1 health and you need to use a medkit to get yourself back up.
He used a frag grenade, but it still didn't explode the door. Wow.
Welcome to Apex, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Apex Legends. Yep, we all love this game.
We love this game.
Well, hey, what I love.
These picks.
What I love more is to see Team Phoenix go ahead and get a squad wipe. So maybe I'm going to be seeing that right about now. As Team Phoenix, they are going to be spotting out a squad right here. It is going to be the side of Murdoch to go ahead and use that R301. Full potential. Hostiles are going to be detected here by the side of Ultimate Noob, as he's going to be using up the scan and the Beast of the Hunt as well. Wow, interestingly, Murdoch also just going to fall back as fast as possible to the retreat, because he knows for a fact that player on the other side, he is dishing out a lot of damage, and Doctor is down as well. What is going to be able to go ahead and recover his banner for now, though, because they have to go ahead and wipe the squad out. Then they're going to go ahead and get the revive done as well. And there you go. Squad is going to be going down. That is going to be the side of Team Lasuda Party. Yep. Lasuda Party are going to be out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt just a tiny little bit. Lasuda Party, them going out this early is actually gonna open up a lot of avenues for the side of Team Unit X, though. So in a way, they're gonna be pretty happy, to say the very least. In the long run, Lasuda Party, they're not gonna have a good day, but Team Phoenix and Unit X, yeah, they're gonna be ecstatic, because their positions are still gonna be held down strongly because of the early death of Lasuda Party. But at the same time, who's gonna be down at the very bottom angle of this is gonna be the real question, because Team Phoenix, they're getting damaged by a lot of those players, and now it's gonna be the real question here. Will the side of Team Phoenix be opting going for a push? But it would be better to just cut their losses, go on down over to a respawn beacon, or if they have a mobile respawn beacon, just use that for now. But I don't think they have any of that, and with this, it's just about a rotation play. just get yourself out of the sticky situation and over to another side flank. But at the same time, I kind of do feel bad for the side of Lunatic
Squad
Squad.
here.
Yeah.
Side of Lunatic Squad are here as well, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be seeing the side of Team Phoenix going ahead and taking that fight against the side of Curd Rice and Gang. Curd Rice and Terra both going down. And Team Phoenix, well, they are going to spot out the side of the Lunatic Squad. And the Lunatic Squad are going to keep on approaching. They're just going to try and go ahead and take down the side of Team Phoenix. But I don't think so. They're going to be going down that easily. L-Star, the Mastiff, we got the R301 and the G7 Scout. The L-Star and the R301, Murdoch and Ultimate Noob, both of them are doing a good job here. I feel like that we might just see Team Unitex also getting in on the action as they are going to go ahead and take down the side of Team 1HP. Wow! Team 1HP are out, ladies and gentlemen. Team Unitex, they've thrown the Kings.
You just did not do that, but at the same time, I feel as the Devil Corner and his gang is going to be able to take a couple of kills down on the side of Unitex. Chappie, he needs to take a backseat as he has been taken out. But at the same time, Unitex, they're actually going to be able to survive with all of their members still alive and kicking, except for the one of Chappie. They should be able to go in for a play and try and pick up his banner to say the very least. But that banner is probably going to get camped on by the side of Devil Corner and gang. But at the same time, I believe that they need to try and take that risk and make their way forward on toward that angle. But X-Omen, they're a team that are very dangerous, and I do believe that Unitex, they know for a fact it's actually X-Omen on the other side. So going for a push against that squad could just end in your death. And now you're at a decision point. You're at a crossroads. Do you take that chance? Do you actually want to try and pick up your buddy? Or do you actually just want to hold it down strong going in for a rotation? But I think that X-Omen, yeah, I think they decided it for them. They're coming in for that push, and they know for a fact that it's going to be Unitex on that other side.
Yeah, Team X-Omen, they are going to be spotting out the side of Team Unitex, and I feel like the X-Omen, they might just go ahead and take this fight.
Well, dude, they separated them.
Yep, they did. Did separate the entire squad, and there you go. We're seeing individual one-on-ones being taken up over here. Team Unitex, they've got no chance at this, and that's going to be Team Unitex going down, ladies and gentlemen. Good night, Unitex. Thank you so much for taking down 1 HP and making life easier for us, says Team X-Omen. Yeah, 8 squads left, and maybe Team X-Omen are looking to go ahead and win it out.
Yeah, at this point, it's just all about trying to go in for that win and trying to go in for that play. And hey, the Phoenix, yeah, they're going to be really happy. Because the Doctor is now back. He's going to be up and running once again. Is going to be healing himself up back to full. And they're just looting it all away. Because you do need to remember, this is just the first zone. They don't really have to worry about much when it comes down to the terms of damage. The syringes will take care of pretty much everything. They can get back to safety with all the loot in their arsenal. So moving on down the line, this is actually a really good play coming on down from all of these teams. And Team Phoenix, they're going to be more than ecstatic about the fact that both of their opposition teams, the ones that caused them the most amount of trouble, have already been taken down. But at the same time, they need to worry about the side of X-Omen and Lasuda Party, because these two teams could just be the kryptonite for the side of Team Phoenix and stop them from taking this win.
The Wizards of Oz have got Regicide left out, the Bangalore. Why is it always Regicide to just stay alive, man?
The Bangalore.
I
As
mean,
I said, a very selfish character.
Well, Bangalore, I mean, I kind of like the Bangalore as well. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not selfish about it though. Like when I play Bangalore, I use my utilities for the team, put down smokes for the team, and sort of call in the airstrike as well for when we require it. So yeah, it's not like I just use the smokes to just escape out of situations alone instead of the team. But yeah, definitely not a selfish player, man. I'm a team player. Let's go.
Reminds me of our friend Wayne, our co-caster. He played Bangalore once, and I swear to God, he could have saved me with his smokes. And I'm like, wait, put down your smokes. You can actually get me out of this situation. And then he used the smoke on himself, and he just ran out away. And after that, I changed my entire wording about Bangalore players.
Are we talking about? Come on, man. We're talking about Quaint here, right? We're talking about Quaint here. I mean, the guy is selfish. Hey, who is not selfish is the side of which team is chasing Regicide, by the way? Oh, Regicide is once again just going to be, putting down that smoke. He's going to make his way out of that situation. But hey, which team was chasing Regicide? Still being chased or what? I've got no idea, by the way. And now, just going to run away in towards Lava Siphon. And I feel At Regicide, you might have a chance of finding some ammo here. Definitely need some.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
Team
Team
Phoenix, they're also
Phoenix.
here. Oh, by the way, Team Devils, sorry, Team X Omen were also here, by the way. Remember?
Yeah, they're pretty
So,
close to each other.
yeah, if Team Phoenix goes ahead and takes down Team X Omen, then I feel like that, yeah, Team Phoenix have a chance of going ahead and getting the champion.
They can easily take this away for their side, but at the same time, you really do need to expect what to do here because Lunatic Squad, they're just chilling. They're playing for the placement points here and kind of do like that, but the Wizards of Oz and Regicide. Yeah, this guy is in a sticky situation. He's just gonna be chilling. He's gonna play the game that Axvax was playing previously. He's just gonna make his way down, stay in the corner, tuck himself in, and he's gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna chill around. But at the same time, HWN Gaming, they're not gonna be taking the chill pill just yet. They're making their way down towards the middle angle near the extractor. And here that they do have the extractor position, it can help out in their favor, but at the same time, Ignited Mafia and Lunatic Squad, they're literally on the other sides of it. And I do believe that Team Phoenix, they're ready for a couple of their own plays as well. They're holding down the position, they're holding down the fort. And Team Phoenix, they're riding the merry-go-round and the joyride over towards the party. And here comes the deadly assassin, Seer Assassin. It's gonna be your brethren going in for their own fight against their own position.
Team Phoenix, well, going to be seeing them trying to go ahead and engage themselves, get some information, and possibly make their way in over towards the other side. But yeah, Phoenix got themselves much tagged up, good position, good angle. Problem over there. I feel as if the Devils have spotted out a team right in front of them.
Yeah, that's news.
Yeah, yeah, Heartstruck D4. Yeah, they're still alive, by the way. And Heartstruck D4, they are at the edge of the ring. I feel like they're just going to hold on to this angle. They really don't want to take any fights here. Heartstruck D4, do you remember them going aggressive the last time? This time, they're just playing it a lot passive.
Look at the standings, though. All the teams that we were really talking about are still up here, other than the side of Unidex, just getting taken out almost immediately. So the placement points are all going to be up for grabs. And oh my god, it's going to be Panda being able to get a beautiful shot on one of the players on towards the back and 82 points of health just off the bat. And that armor needs to get repaired soon enough. Couple of pop shots coming on from the side of Granny Master, but Granny Master is just not going to be able to survive that for long. Got strafing from the side of the raid to be able to survive that. And it's going to be Devil Corner, so it's not a raid, sorry. It's going to be an Octane, actually. He's going to be able to go a good amount of damage. And with the forward positioning being held by the side of Devil Corner and Gang, they're just fine. They have the high ground, and they don't need to worry about pretty much anything. There's no one that can flank them even, because that flank route is completely inaccessible.
Devin's playing the Octane, right? He's an Octane main.
Yeah, he's playing.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he plays Wraith as well. You never know. Change is necessary in life. But yeah, SWN Gaming for now, though, no change in their plans. They're just going to hold on to this area. They're going to try and take some fights. I feel like that Nick might just go ahead and try replicating something. Maybe a digital threat? No? Digital threat scope? No? Okay. Maybe a backpack. If you have 75 fragments, you can go ahead and craft a purple backpack as well. So yeah, let's hope what exactly he is gonna go ahead and replicate, by the way. HWN Gaming. On the other hand, they've spotted out another team coming in from the other side, so hey, the replicating mission isn't over yet. It's gonna keep on going ahead and getting as much as he can. I really like this system, right? Like you can just go ahead and craft something, craft whatever you want. With 10 fragments, you can go ahead and get yourselves ammo for your weapons. It's all pretty cool. Like,
yeah, I really do like the fact that they added this, and I don't really remember which season it was, but after I did come back, I did take a small break after season 3 rolled around, and then I came back around season 5ish, and I saw this one, this initial this crafting material system come on down through. I was like, oh my god, this game is actually updating to be a lot more better and a lot more less luck focused. Previously, Apex was going in a route where it became a game a lot more about RNG. If you didn't get good RNG with your loot and your ammo, you're not going to be in a good spot. But now that ammo is very much craftable, you can easily have a lot of it on the arsenal if you are able to take proper map control. That's the really good thing about Apex now. It's in a really balanced state, and that's why, in my opinion, it's one of the best PRs on the market. And you can already see a lot of these players, they're playing this game for the exact same reason, and that's why we're hosting tournaments like this. And as we are hosting tournaments like this, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to support our sponsors as well. Lenovo and Intel. Make sure to check all of the links down in the description below. Get yourself a processor, get yourself a laptop, and try and hold it down strong. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, though, they're going to be trying to hold down strong on their own accord because they're getting damaged by multiple different teams, and now they need to make that choice. Either go in for a push or try and take it slow, because right at the very bottom, it's going to be one of the other teams going in for a couple of their own engagements. And the Doctor, what are you trying to employ? Are you trying to tell them to come towards you by using that teleport?
Well, it looks like that Team Phoenix, on the other hand, well, they definitely are going to try and move it over towards the teleport. They're going to try and, maybe eliminate the squad right in front of them, and then sort of try and get the frag downstairs as well, where they did open up that teleporter. I'm seeing Doctor going out and finishing off Genius, by the way. I feel as if it's time for Team Phoenix to go ahead and find the final player as well in this squad. Sirius down right there. Yeah, once they are going to wipe this squad, we are going to be seeing them approaching the squad just below them. That is the Lunatic squad. Opposite to them, right, towards the east is another team on the bridge. So that's Heartstuck D4. Heartstuck D4 on the bridge. So Heartstuck D4 versus side of Team Phoenix. Yeah, like Heartstuck D4 versus Team Phoenix versus Team Lunatic squad. This is going to be deadly.
I swear to God, sometimes I feel as though the Seer can be the most annoying thing in the world. And imagine if you have that one Seer that's alive, just throwing out those pulses constantly, just ticking away at your shield slowly but surely. But at the same time,
wow,
hey, it's gonna be Axorver's team taking a back seat, and it is gonna be the side of Team Phoenix just going in for that play, going in for that swing, and getting that first initial kill. But at the same time, what is exactly happening here onto the other side of the map? It's gonna be WN Gaming getting pushed on by the side of Exo and Devil Corner, and his squad just wrecked the entirety of that building. They just busted open the door, shouting, "FBI, open up! It's time to go in towards the asylum." With that, they're going to be able to send them back home almost immediately here, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully done coming on down from their side. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, they're not going to be slowing down anytime soon, because now it's their turn to go up against the side of Heartstuck D4. Who's going to be able to win everything out? Will it be the side of Phoenix, or will it be the side of Heartstuck D4 here, Assassin?
I like how the entirety of Team Phoenix, they have placed themselves in such a way, right? So one player is on the sniping duties, that is with the G7 Scout, and the rest of the two were trying to push them out. But interestingly, the amount of utilities that they use as well in order to just keep Phoenix out of their way is so beautiful, and we are going to be seeing a third party coming in as well. X-Omen are going to try and jump in on the action, and I feel like that might not have the best chance here. They should not force the issue, and Devil Corner forces the issue and gets taken down as well. Defensive bombardment coming out from the side of Murdoch, and the Gibby ult definitely helps out the side of Team Phoenix to go ahead and attack onto all of these players. There goes Suraj Paradise, and I feel like that the entirety of Team X-Omen is going to be going down. Team X-Omen is all just down to Murdoch.
What is happening?
And he's going to go ahead and go in for the spray down, and I don't think so he's going to survive. Team Phoenix should be going down. Team X-Omen, we've got two players left out now, and they are going to try and take down the side of Team Phoenix. Team Phoenix is out now. It's time for Team X-Omen to go ahead and claim that champion title that they are so badly looking for.
Yeah, and if they're able to take this win for themselves, that's going to be massive for them. But at the same time, right on the other side, it's going to be Zami and gang holding down on their own accord. And Lunatic squad, they're also going to have two members on their side. This is very much winnable. 4 squads on both sides of the map. It's in a pretty good position, to say the very least. But at the same time, the Devils, they're in a much more of a better position. But right below them, it's going to be the side of Heartstuck D4, and they don't know about it. They're literally right next to one another, and they need to try and go in for that play, or maybe just dip out and let the side of X-Omen and Heartstuck D4 just duke it off against one another. But at the same time, Heartstuck D4, they have all of their players ready, and Zami, He tried to go in for that shield. He wanted to go in for that loot box, but at the same time, right on the other side, Hearthstone D4, they're going to be the ones to take him down out almost immediately. And when you look at the top view of this map here, ladies and gentlemen, we can already see that the fight's already going to be starting on down through, and it's going to be the side of Hearthstone D4 going in for their own engagement, while X-Omen fight against the side of Lunatic. The Devils are going to try and pick up their buddies, but with the zone already coming on down through and the hard side of Hearthstone D4 just constantly going in for the push to make sure that they're still inside of the circle and still being relevant. Lumpy Senpai, yeah. I don't think he's gonna get a lot of love, or maybe a couple of love taps at least from the side of Hearthstone D4.
Well, the side of team hot stuck D4, well, they definitely are sort of hot stuck because we've got the Lunatic squad, but the players try to move in as well from above. They do have that vantage point, right? Lunatic squad, so they might just be able to rain hell on towards Hotstuck D4. Hotstuck D4, on the other hand, they've got another squad just above them on the bridge.
Oh no!
It's going to be Team X-Omen. And yeah, the heartbeat scanner is going to go ahead and scan out all the information, and whoa, that is a red shield. Every single player from the side of Hotstuck D4 has a shield as well. That too, the red shield. I don't think this should need any more. Yeah, Hotstuck D4 gonna try and push on towards both of these players from the side of team Lunatic squad. Hotstuck D4, they have got everything better. They've got a man advantage. They've got the loot much better than the side of team Lunatic squad. Every single box in the checklist, it checks out for the side of Hotstuck D4, going ahead and winning it out against the side of the Lunatic squad.
Goku's right above them though, Assassin. It is gonna be another
I'm talking about the duel between Hotstuck D4 and the side of team Lunatic squad. And there you go. The Lunatic squad are gonna be taken down, and it's gonna be Hotstuck D4 to go ahead and become the champions, ladies and gentlemen. Hotstuck D4, look how they made it happen. We all thought that X-Omen, they might actually go ahead and win it out, but then Hotstuck D4, all they had to do was wait it out initially. They went in, got the action cleared out, cleaned it up, and they are the champions now.
Yeah, Arzak D4, they played it so beautifully right until the very end. I honestly thought that X-Omen, they had the better position, but they really didn't utilize their position to get any form of an advantage. I thought that the fact that they had that, they're going to put a lot of pressure on towards the side of Arzak D4 as they're trying to go in for rotation, maybe sending a couple players down or going in for another back route rotation play, or maybe taking out the side of Lunatic squad and then opting to go and take out the side of Arzak D4 as they were already taking a fight against the Devils. But I feel as though X-Omen, they were playing a little bit more based upon placement points and they didn't really want that number one position for themselves. So in a way, Hearthstone D4, they racked up a lot of kill points here, like a lot of kill points. We have seen them consistently just squad wiping everyone as they were moving on down through over towards the last circle. So when you see the points here on the overall standing, for match number 2, we're probably going to be seeing somewhere around the 30 or maybe a 29, because I'm kind of going to be guessing around that margin, because of the amount of aggressive plays that they were making. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, how did Hearthstone D4 even get here? We're going to see that as soon as the match highlights are going to be coming on down through. And just as the producer said, let's head on down over to the match highlights. Just as I was talking about that, he can read my mind. He's going to be setting everything up for us. But right at the very beginning stages here, Assassin, I want your thoughts, because I really want to break down what happened right at
the side of Team Phoenix, right? They start things off here over towards the side of Team Lasuda Party. We expected Lasuda to, do a little bit more better in this match so that they can just hold on to that third spot. But unfortunately, they were not able to do much. Team Unitex as well, they got instantly taken down. The side of Team X-Omen, they were the ones to go ahead and take out the side of Team Unitex. And it's interesting that Unitex came up right here because, yeah, they're the ones who are actually fighting it out for the third spot with the side of Lasuda Party. So both of them gonna get taken down right at the bat. So nothing really going on over there. I don't think so that Team Unitex are gonna be able to dethrone the side of Lasuda Party. But even if they do, won't be surprised because they were very close to each other. But yeah, X-Omen, they actually played out perfectly, right? The way they went ahead and took down the side of Unitex, and then here, you're gonna be seeing them go ahead and take down the side of Team Phoenix as well. Team Phoenix, they tried their absolute best. They did take down the side of Suraj Paradise, Devil Corner. We did see, Team Phoenix falling down as well by the hands of Neo. And then it was just down to Murdoch from the side of Team Phoenix in a 1 versus 2. He got instantly caught out, and yep, unfortunately, it was going to be the side of Team Phoenix to be falling down. Then came Team Hotstuck D4, and I guess this is where you want to go ahead and explain to our audience what exactly happened.
Yeah, the thing is that Hearthstone D4, they stayed at the edge of the circle, and yes, they had a pretty bad position to say the very least, because look at where X-Omen is. X-Omen is right above. I don't really understand this. X-Omen was right above them. They could have easily jumped down while the fight was happening from this angle of Lunatic Squad and Hearthstone D4. They could have easily swung down, waited until Lunatic Squad made their and then immediately go in and finish off the side of Hearthstone D4. They had all the advantages, but they got a little bit too safe in their own position. They thought that the circle was going to be in their favor, but instead it was in the favor of the side of Hearthstone D4. The fact that they jumped off so late just costed them this entire matchup. Yes, they were going on down two on a 2 versus 3 situation, but even in a 2 versus 3, it's very much possible to try and go in for a win. And in a way, like I feel as though the side of XM panicked. And this is like a recurring theme over and over again. It feels as though when it's right at the very end, when it's down to those last three squads, side of X-Omen, the decision making just goes out of the window pretty much seemingly. And hopefully they're going to be able to work on that and come back even better on map number 3, because the amount of plays that they were making previously in day number 2, they were able to keep a calm head. But today it feels as though the adrenaline is going to be pumping a little bit too much, because they're consistently getting to the number 2, number 3 position every single time. And that's going to be actually helpful for them when they are considering the standings, because they're going to be shooting up massively, because considering the amount of kills that they're getting as well, they're going to be quite
Yeah.
happy to say the very least in long. But at the same time, as we are going to be waiting out for the standings to come on down through here, Assassin, I want your opinion. What do you think really went wrong for the side of the Lasuda party? Because we were dubbing them to be the team to maybe just dethrone Phoenix and Unitex today, but it feels as though they're getting a little bit too comfortable in the safe positions that they were holding yesterday.
So the thing is, Unitex, they've already dethroned them, right? So
Yep.
it was the side of Team Lasuda Party to go out and dethrone Unitex and claim that third spot. But Team Phoenix, kind of questionable, because at the same time, we know for a fact that Lasuda Party in this particular match, they were not able to do much. They got instantly taken out by the side of Team Phoenix. And Team Phoenix, they know what they're supposed to do as well. They went ahead, got that squad wipe, and they immediately took down the competition that was sort of coming up as well on the overall standings. So yeah, the Suda party. I feel the match 3 was just unfortunate for them. Like they did not see Team Phoenix making that drop in over towards that same region, because the Suda party, they also might be thinking the same thing that hey, teams like 1 HP like to go in over towards Fragment. Teams like Phoenix love to go in over towards Overlook or even somewhere like Countdown. Unitex, they love to go in over towards Countdown Epicenter. So yeah, we are actually not going to be seeing them drop in somewhere around here. But then they expected wrong, and Team Phoenix, they landed straight on top of the side of Team Lasuda Party. And Lasuda Party, they did not have the best of the weapons, whereas Team Phoenix, they did. They just went ahead and took on the fights with whatever they had, whether it be Peacekeeper, the Eva Ace, whatever they had, went ahead and took on the fight. They won it out, and then they went ahead and wiped out another squad. So Team Phoenix, they kind of got very very lucky in terms of the loot over there, and I feel like Team Lasuda Party, they were just unfortunate. Were unlucky to not be able to read out what exactly Team Phoenix were doing, and what exactly is the type of loot that they're gonna find as well, because they did not find the best loot in order to take that fight against the side of Team Phoenix. But yeah, match 12 standings are ready, so why don't we quickly go ahead and check out the standings for match 12? That is second match for day 3. That is the final day, and there you go. Astra D4 going to be placing themselves at the first spot in match 12 standings. Total of 19 points. X-Omen with 19 as well. X-Omen actually put up quite a performance in terms of the placement points, the kill points as well.
Yep.
And yeah, I feel as if X-Omen, they might just climb one. Yeah,
Maybe
they
two,
might,
maybe two.
maybe two. Yeah, they might just climb 2 places to the top in the overall standings as well. Phoenix, on the other hand, the third spot with 13 total points. Lunatic Squad, they also sort of, rose up with a total of 7 points. Sad part was for Team Unitex and Team 1HP, especially 1HP.
Yeah.
They only managed to get themselves 2 total points. So that is going to be like, what, 203 total points for them. They were sitting at 201.
They're just chilling, man. They don't need to worry about anything, you know.
Actually, yeah, it's just chilling. Yeah, chilling is sort of what they're gonna do for the rest of the day, because no one, absolutely nobody, is gonna be able to touch them as well, unless until they get themselves like 30, 40 points a game,
Yeah,
which is
that's
sort of,
like close to
which is
impossible.
yeah, which is really impossible. Like, I'm not gonna say impossible. Yeah, it is impossible.
Close
But
to impossible. Close to
yeah,
impossible.
no, it is
Considering
gonna, it is impossible, by the way, because it's not just one or two teams. it's a lot of squads just stepping up. Like you wouldn't believe Exoman and Hard Stuck D4 go ahead and sort of put up this performance as well, right?
Yeah, considering that, and as we are going to be heading on down over to the overall standings, we're going to get a visual representation of what exactly is happening here. And let's just not talk about the number 1 and number 2 position. We already know who's going to be there. But let's talk a little bit more about number 3, number 4, and number 5 here, Assassin.
Hey,
It's so
Exoman.
good. They made their way up. But just as I was saying, they're going to jump up 2 positions all the way from number 5 all the way on to number 3. Exoman. They're able to make the plays happen. 98 total points, finally being able to make their way up properly. Proper game plans and proper coordination really does go a long way, especially when you are able to consistently get to that number 2 spot. It doesn't really matter if you're not able to get a win. If you're able to end things off in a bang, you're still going to be in a good position. But at the same time, Lasuda Party and Unitex, they're neck and neck against one another. Just look at that. 96 and 96, the side of Unitex, they have so many kill points here, Assassin. And once again, I'm going back to the point that I was making previously. A little bit too much aggression. They need to slow things down a little bit more. 34 placement points, especially on day 3, that's not something that you should be having, especially when your kill points are this high. But at the same time, Hearthstone D4, they're at 87, and they can easily dethrone the side of Unitex if they want to. But the side of the Devils, I don't know how much that they can do. 67 points. It's going to be quite difficult for them to get up to that top 6 position if they do not pull off a possible win again and maybe go in for a couple of kill points in the process.
And I feel like that Team X Omen, if they keep on with this performance, they might just be able to catch up to Team Phoenix as well. I mean, Team Phoenix, we know for a fact that they have been performing, no doubt. Have been putting up the work, but it
Not
just isn't
consistent.
looking. Yeah, it just isn't looking like how they were for day 1, right? For the first initial games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the consistency is not there as much for the side of Team Phoenix, I feel as though personally.
I'm not really sure what's up though. Like they have the entire squad, they are playing really well, but it's just unfortunate moments for them where they find themselves at a spot where they're being rushed on to by 2 teams. Like in the previous match, we did see them right on top of the bridge. Got rushed in by 2 teams. Team Exomen, they made their way in as well. The Sura Party were already there. And then Hearthstone D4 came in. But Hearthstone D4 actually didn't have to do anything to Phoenix. But yeah, Team Phoenix kind of got taken down by the Sarah Team Exomen.
Honestly though, Assassin, I feel as though the entirety of Rise of Legion can be renamed to the Rise of the Underdogs. Initially, day number 1, all the top dogs, all the teams that we were told that are going to be performing extremely well, performed to the best of their capabilities. Day number 2, it was pretty much the same for the first 2 maps. And then it was an absolute turnaround and a complete 180 from what we were expecting and completely bamboozling us when it comes down to the analysis. Hearthstone D4, the Devils, Exomen, Lasuda Party, all of them showed up so beautifully on every single map. Even today, map number 1, yes, it was won out by the side of 1 HP, but it was a win that they really, sorry to say this, but they didn't really earn, to say the very least, because they were able to take it off right at the very end because of the third party they were able to pull. It was a really smart play, yes, but it was close to the brink of defeat. So, and in map number 2, the fact that Exomen pulled off such an admirable showing, being able to completely take down a lot of those squads, and then Hearthstone D4 coming on down in and chiming in with a couple of their own kills, just goes to show that the underdogs, they're rising up constantly to take down a lot of these top dog teams over and over and over again, who are getting a little bit complacent in the positions that they're holding. And they need to be very careful because these underdogs, they're rising up really, really, really rapidly. And Unitex, they're going to be feeling the pressure of that. They need to switch up their strategies. They need to completely do a 180 turn when it comes down to a lot of their strategic plays, because their constant rushing strategies and constant will to third party other teams that they're already fighting could just be the thing that causes their downfall and shuts them out of having qualified through Qualifiers 1. And ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be talking about Qualifiers 1, make sure to go down in the links in the description below and get yourself signed up for Qualifiers 2, which is going to be live already soon enough, as soon as Qualifiers 1 is pretty much over, ladies and gentlemen. So don't miss that, because if you want us to cast your games and cast your Apex Legends styles and game plans, hey, we got you covered. You just got to sign up, and we're going to be there to do everything else. So for now, we're just going to be waiting out until match number 3. It's going to be ready here, Assassin. But at the same time, I want your opinion here, because I feel as though a lot of these teams are getting a little bit too over aggressive, but at the same time, their aggression is actually working out well. But we can talk about a little bit more about that as match number 3 is already done and dusted. And as soon as we do head on down over to the match, right after a short word, the sponsors.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Alrighty then.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay, yeah. Take it.
okay.
That's us.
Yep. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. Match 3 for the final day of Qualifier 1, and yeah. Just like how me and Aggressive kind of went on against each other for that intro, I feel like that all of these teams are gonna do the same. Go towards the dome and the...
Nice segue.
Yeah, they are sort of gonna go up against each other, which was Love's Fawn once again, as Team Phoenix are making their way in over there.
Oh my god,
We are gonna be
Lava
seeing the side of Team Lasuda Party once again moving in there.
What is happening? There's like 3 teams out towards Lava Siphon, and they're just ready and gunning in to go in for that fight here. And the night party has started. Let's go! Let's go in for that night party. I've been waiting for something like this for a while. Kick him down. Put him into lava. Kobe, just shut him down. Do as much as you can to go in for that kill. And oh my god, oh my zero. He's not gonna be in a pretty good position. He's gonna be really sad by day. I love this about Apex. The fact is that whenever you're playing a pub game, you're always gonna get into those knife fights. And hey, we haven't had a knife fight here in this entire tournament in a pretty long time.
Destroyed. He's gonna be a little bit of a problem. He has to run away, but I don't think so. He's gonna be allowed to. Hey, Team Phoenix, didn't you guys spot out Destroyed? He's right in front of you. No? Alright, cool. Destroyed is just gonna run away, and there you go. Ultimate Nova's gonna finally get him. He's gonna be like, Destroyed, where are you running? I'm gonna take you down with the wingman. Wingman is gonna start going off, and yeah, Destroyed doesn't have a syringe left, right? Sitting at 1 HP. That one shield, we're gonna be seeing the RE45 coming into play. Team Phoenix are hunting. Yep, he is running, man. He's running with absolutely everything he can.
Why are you running?
Yeah. Why are you running?
Boy, the scan didn't find them. Is he actually gonna get away with his life on this one?
Might. There's a high possibility for that.
Oh no. Well, that was an interesting fight and an interesting start to this entire tournament match for match number 3 here, Assassin. But hey, it's completely fine and dandy because Ultimate Noob on the other side is going to be able to take down Beisharam Bhai. But on the other end, it's going to be 1 HP being able to get a couple of kills for themselves as well on the other side of the map near Fragment East and West. So in a way, I feel as though the start is going to be quite admirable from all of these teams because all of a sudden it went from 15 squads down to 12 as soon as the match just started up. Oh, you're gonna see it.
Oh, Grips! Get taken down by Axe Ripper. It's like, you know, Axe Ripper just threw in an axe, and while Mr. Crips were trying to just hold on to that ledge, he just got taken down. There you go, the push is gonna come in as well. We're gonna be seeing the EVA 8 in the hands of Frenzy, trying to just get something done. And Crips, as soon as he gets revived, he's just gonna use that signature ability to make his way out of there.
He's gonna be able to get himself into the void and get himself out of that sticky situation. The entirety of 1 HP. They're literally at 1 HP at this point. Normally, they're the ones causing everyone to go down to 1 HP, but today, yeah, they're not just gonna have the best of days. I do believe that, hey, at the very least, Frenzy's gonna be able to get a little bit of information and get one of the oppositions down, as they do know their position. But let's see how much that they can really do, because Chris, he's still very low on health. needs to try and pick himself back up to that full HP mark, and he's gonna be able to do it because of the med kit coming on down from his buddies. And now the entirety of 1 HP, they either need to make a decision. It's time to get yourself out of Fragment East and West because this spot is no longer safe for you. Because if you try and stagnate here for way too long, I feel as though they could just be walking into a death trap of like 4 different teams rushing them really soon.
Well, 12 squads left now, and I feel like that team 1 HP might just live to tell another tale. I'm gonna be seeing them grab control of that building right here. To try and find as much loot as possible to get themselves all of these fights. And whoa, oh, there's a player who is running around this building as well. There's a final player that's scored if I'm not wrong. Yeah, little movement coming in, and Fritz is gonna be on the hunt. Take out the shields, and he's also gonna take him down to 70 points of health. But we're gonna be seeing, oh wow, that is the Horizon if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, Horizon.
Yeah.
The Horizon's movement, though, is actually really good. The way that he was just making her way around everywhere, just to show that it was a strong place of movement, but at the same time, hey, you're the last person remaining. There's not much that you can do. Your buddies are not also going to be present. And I do believe that that is actually Team Vector Esports that went on down. If I remember, I saw only one player on the scorecard when we were actually loading on in.
True that. Well, 11 squads now. Unfortunately, that squad is also going to get taken down. Wizards of Oz died at the same spot, right? I saw a couple of Wizards of Oz dead boxes lying around. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this place is just it's going to be turning into a graveyard as Team 1 HP once again dropping it over towards Fragment, clearing it up like they own the place. Maybe they do. They do own the place. Yeah, it's theirs. Like, we have a claim, we have a rightful claim to this.
That's gonna be one of those positions, to say the very least. But at the same time, it's time for Team Phoenix to try and go in for their own play. It's time for a rotation on towards the side of the Extractor. And I feel as though Team Phoenix, they're constantly making a play towards the Extractor as many times as they possibly want. Yes, the circle is going towards Extractor, ladies and gentlemen. I do know that, but the fact that they're constantly opting to go in for that sort of rotation instead of maybe making their way down towards the other sideline feels as though they know what to expect from the side of teams such as Team 1 HP. They will constantly play for those fragment areas because of that being the center of the map. So yes, in a way it can work out, but at the same time it can be really dangerous as well. But at the same time, Wizards of Oz, they're going to be quite happy. They still have 2 of their members, then they can play for the placement points at the very least in the long run and just play purely based upon long-range engagement. Because if they're just able to poke out a couple of the players and make them really low, at the very end of the day, they're still contributing in the sense that they're going to be able to play for the placement points at the very end.
Well, the Wizards of Oz themselves to these players right here. Whereas his respawn has been timed out, by the way. So yeah, unfortunately, he's not going to be back with us for this map. Centera and Regicide, they have to try and get something done. Maybe try and, place themselves in a good spot. And oops, Centera is going to be shot at. He has to make his way out of here. Regicide, well, Centera is going to ask Regicide to just drop in the signature ability. Drop in the smoke so that we can, get the hell out of here. So then I don't think so they will be needing the smokes. They already have in natural cover in the form of a mountain right there.
Oh god!
I thought Frenzy was gonna go ahead and take that fight, and at the same time, that same spray down is gonna go ahead and take down the loot box as well. That would have been stylish. Yeah, exactly. That would have been stylish, right? Like, not only did I ding that player, but I also took down the loot box. Let's go.
That would have been poetic stories right then and there, ladies and gentlemen. But at the same time, there's not much that they can do as well. They're just going to be stagnating here just for a little while longer, Assassin. And as they are going to be in this position, I really do want to see how they're going to be making their way down forward. Because 1 HP, I understand what they want to do. They want to play for the edge of the circle, and they don't want to leave Fragment whatsoever. But it's 2 minutes left, and it's better to go down into a forward position instead of just waiting out in your singular position and getting a couple of kills for yourself.
Hey, Crips, he's in a little bit of a problem though. Love me, Senpai. Here, he's putting in a lot of abilities into use. We are also going to be seeing the longbow DMR in play from the in the hands of Zami. So maybe Zami is going to be able to do something here. 1 HPs. They have to make their way out of this area. I don't think so. It's a good idea to be out there in the open. Frenzy is definitely going to take some cover, and yeah, Crips is going to try and find out these players that are just above him. He has the information, by the way, but he's thinking about how exactly he's supposed to go ahead and take the fight. Should he just go guns blazing, or should he just hold on to this area, wait for them to drop down from the roof? Well, feel like I lost aggressive over there. We are going to be seeing the Devils still going to be holding on to the roofs, by the way, and I think the side of Team 1 HP, they are getting quite desperate. Want to claim control of this tower. They want to claim control of the entire land. The entire information has been given out by Love Me Senpai. He knows where exactly these players are. Getting a live X-Play as well, and we are going to be seeing the bombardment coming in from the side of the Gibby. Also coming from Frenzy. And Frenzy is going to go ahead and take down Zami as well. By the way, Zeox takes down Love Me Senpai, and the Devils just down to zero. He's going to be shot at very low, down to around 40 HP or something like that. And yeah, he's just going to run away once again. This is going to be the Bangalore to be left out from the side of Team Devils. Wizards of Oz, it's Regicide, and here it is Serial Chiller Sid.
Yeah, at this point, there's not much that Zami can do. Just cut his losses and run on away. Sorry, Serial Child needs to just run on away. Wait, the Bangalore! He does get spotted out like this.
Sad.
Ouch.
Yep, ouch indeed. Crips is going to be the new kill leader, by the way, with a total of 3 kills, and I feel like that Team 1 HP. They've got control over the entirety of Fragment. Do they have any of the squads right around the area? Oh, they do have Axe Ripper coming in from the west. So let's hope that they're going to be looking out for that as well.
For now, they're just going to be chilling. They're not going to be going out just yet. So it's just about holding on to their positions or just going in for rotation play. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, though, they're actually going in aggressive on their own accord, trying to get a forward position for themselves and into the building to say the very least. And with this building position now being held by them, it should be pretty good because now another squad's just going to be hunting them down soon enough. The Beast of the Hunt has been activated. The scans are going to be present as well. An ultimate noob. He's just going down in. What is he doing? Man, this could just work out beautifully for them, or this could work out horribly. How are they going to be holding down their position is going to be the real question. A couple of pop shots coming on down from the side of the team ahead. The Doctor gets taken on down almost immediately, but Murdoch and Ultimate Noob, they're still going to be alive. They're still going to be taking the try and go in for that kill. It's going to be Relom taking the back seat here, and with this could just work out in their favor. The Ultimate Noob is going to be coming on down in with that Prowler. Gets a lot of damage done. But the L-Star is going to be beautiful as well. Getting another kill down on the one, and Hearthstone T4. They're going to be taking a back seat soon enough. The Doctor is going to be up once again. Getting that final kill down on the White Death and Hearthstone D4. This is not something that you would have expected. They should not have died here, but right at the very end, it's going to be the side of Team Phoenix with a better positioning to take them out. That's going to hurt a lot in the long run here, Assassin, because now Team Phoenix, they're going to be the ones to take it all away if they are able to take down 1 HP here.
That fight got quite messy, by the way. Like, I thought that Team Phoenix might not be able to make it. Like, I genuinely thought that they are going to get taken down. It got a lot messy. They were split apart, and it was just one player with the Beast of the Hunt just, rushing in. And then the Gibby ult came in much, much later. And somehow, Doctor was able to pull it all back.
That's going to be an interesting play, to say the very least. Because considering what happened there against Team Phoenix, I feel as though Team Phoenix, they're feeling a little bit too overzealous here, Assassin. The fact that they're opting to go in for such aggressive plays and they're pushing in that far, in a way, yes, it's really good, but at the same time, it could be really bad. So I really want to see how they're actually opting to go in for plays like that going down. Team Phoenix, they're actually, once again, just as I was talking about them being a little bit too over-aggressive, they're making that push happen. They don't really have a seer for themselves, so without that seer, it could be a problematic manner to try and get a lot of constant information. Because the Bloodhound is good for information in bursts, but for constant, he does need that Beast of the Hunter ready before they opt to go in for that fight. So let's say how they actually move on down forward for this engagement. The Doctor gets the attack down to very low levels of HP. He needs to pop a Phoenix to get himself back up to that full HP mark. But now, Team Phoenix, they just need to chill for a little while. They don't really have the zone against them, so if they just stay here for the rest of the time, it's going to be completely fine. It's going to be completely fine and dandy. Just chill here, don't do over-aggressive peaks, and just play for the full battle instead. Oh, they're actually going to be able to rotate. That's good.
It's actually really good, by the way. All three of these hostiles are going to get detected, and Team Phoenix, they got the information, but I think they have an idea that there is another squad over towards the other side. Oh, okay, movement bug. Quickly go ahead and take a look at Ultimate Noob now, because Murdoch sort of is having a little bit of a movement bug right there. So yeah, 8 seconds, and I feel like that. 8 squads, and I feel like that the next ring is closing in. There you go. Next ring is going to start closing in as well, and we are going to be seeing the next ring pop in. 40 seconds left for round 3 ring to close in, whereas the ring has already appeared. Wow. What? Hello? Zeox? What are you doing? Okay, well, he's just gonna get out of the action now. He's just gonna, I don't know, a suicide attempt or something like that? Not really sure. We got died to the ring, by the way, and we are gonna be seeing the frenzy. Try and take care of that player right there. Crips, on the other hand, is gonna spot out that player as well. Look at these guys, they are gonna spot out the side of team. Oh, Regicide. Regicide is here. Alright, interesting. The Wizards of Oz. They're here, Santera and Regicide. Looking to get some action on towards 1 HP, maybe try and take them down. And there comes the Arcstar. Team Frenzy, who's trying to just recharge these shields. And there you go, the shield battery is going to be used in order to get that shield back up to full. And in a 2 vs 2 situation, I feel like that the Wizards of Oz, things are going to be very interesting for them, because now we know for a fact that Team 1 HP are now going to engage into that fight. They're not going to move in. But yeah, the Sonas are going to go ahead and scan out the area for both of these players. Team Phoenix have got all 3 of their... Team Phoenix, they also have got 3 of their players in that same region. Interestingly, this might just turn out to be a little bit of a wreckfest.
Yeah, but on one side, it's going to be Lunatic just chilling around at the edge of the circle. Mischievous, trying to go in for a couple of those mischievous plays when Murdoch swapping out a shield with his buddy on that side. He's going to be able to go into a different forward position to say the very least. But Team 1 HP, they're still not in a good spot here because
Let's go this way.
Zeox, yeah, just look at this guy. He's not going to be able to get picked up, and Team 1 HP once again, they're in a pretty precarious situation, so just playing for the placement points is the best thing that they can do in the long run, because with only 7 squads left and the zone closing in soon enough, it's all about the placements. Just play it slow, just play it smart, and don't opt to go in for something over-aggressive. But just as I was talking about over-aggressive right on the other side of the map, it is going to be the side of Team Phoenix trying to go in for their own play, trying to go in for that first initial fight and Ignited Mafias. Yeah, that's not much that they get do here. They get taken out by the side of Team Phoenix, and one by one, it's just cleanup duty now. Ultimate Noob's going to be able to hold it down strong, using the enemy inhibitor on Ultimate to go in for a couple of his own aggressive pushes. The Genius, last person remaining, last person to stay alive, but at the same time, yeah, you're not going to be able to run on away from the side of Chris. If Trips has your phone number, he's just going to keep on calling you until you answer the call, and as soon as you answer the call, he's going to take you out and take you back home almost immediately. And with that, Team Phoenix, they're going to be able to hold down their positions, and they are rocking this entire server here, Assassin. Ultimate Noobs, he has 6 kills, Assassin. 6 goddamn kills already.
Interesting, man. 6 kills. But hey, more than that, what's more interesting is the fact that the G7 Scout is actually being put to use as well. We might just see Team Phoenix go ahead and, you know, take that fight against the squad that they just spotted out right in front of them. Also going to be seeing Doctor go up ahead and open up a portal, by the way. That portal is going to help the Team Phoenix to just dance back and forth between both of these positions on top of the cliff and one below as well. The Arcstar being thrown in, and Ultimate Noob go ahead and spray down with the L-Star.
Enemy over there. Enemy spotted.
Actually, I do like the fact that Team Phoenix, they're in the best possible position here. There's no way that they can get flanked. All of the other teams are now stuck at the very bottom. And with the shield down going on down, they're inside of Gibraltar Ultimate. A Hellfire is going to be rained upon them, and that's going to be a massive amount of damage here, Assassin. With this damage, just the fact that they need to waste a lot more of their utility and the fact that Team Phoenix are in the best possible position here just goes to show that they don't need to worry about anything because all the other teams, they need to come into them because look at the circle here, Assassin. Team Phoenix, they're inside of the circle and every single one of these other teams, they're right outside of it. So in the long run, I believe that Team Phoenix, they should win everything out unless a miracle is pulled off in terms of gunplay from the other teams.
True. Team Phoenix, they have themselves a pretty good position, by the way, and I wouldn't recommend them to get out of here, unless and until, of course, the ring just forces them out of this. But yeah, I feel like that this position held on to by the side of Team Phoenix is really good, and from here they can spot out every single player from the side of Team 1HP, Team Exomin, and the side of Team Unitex as well. Team Phoenix are gonna go ahead and put on some fire on towards the side of Team Unitex as they're trying to make their way over towards the other side. And think the amount of damage Murdoch is putting in. That's going to be the Arcstar thrown as well. The Arcstar might just go ahead and stick onto someone. No, not happening. On the other hand, Murdoch, one more player towards the right hand side. And there you go. Murdoch actually gets the knock on towards Rebellion. Rebellion is going to be falling down. Gibby Shield is going to come up and he might just go ahead and pick up his comrade as well.
The Doctor, man, just got a couple of digs with his buddy Murdoch on his side. He's going to be able to wreck out one of the players. It's going to be Crips and Chappie getting a back. Crips causing Chappie to take a back seat. And all with that, it's pretty much already done and dusted. Exomen and Phoenix worked together to take down Unit X as they were trying to go in for rotation, and the positions were just not there. Unit X, they got a little bit unfortunate when it came down to the zone. They could not survive for long, but at the same time, honestly, Assassin, it's gonna be 1 HP versus Unit X here on the bottom side, and Team Phoenix, they have the best. Like, I haven't seen such a positional advantage through the entirety of these 3 days. Just look at this, Team Phoenix. There is no way they can lose this, and if they lose this, I'm gonna lose my mind here as an analyst.
True that, and I told you, right? Team Phoenix, they're very, very fortunate with the ring and the way they have positioned themselves on the top of the hill as well. Everything's just working out for them, and they are gonna spot out to the side of Team 1HP. See Maxoman in the building just next to them. So let's hope that they are gonna be ready to take on both of these squads. It's final ring. It is in favor of Exoman and Phoenix, but on the side of Team 1HP, not so much.
Don't like this, but at the same time, I love this as well. The timing's just gonna be in the favor of Team Phoenix. The scan's gonna be able to spot out all of the hostiles here. And the fact is that all 5 of them are stuck in this one single position, and I don't like this. Doctor, this could just work out very badly for you if you're not careful. So just play it a little bit more slow, play it a little bit more carefully, otherwise it could end horribly wrong. Team Phoenix, if they just play it slow, they don't need to go in for an aggressive push just yet. They are in the best possible position. The circle's going to be coming in down towards them, to say the very least, and all of the teams, they need to make their way down to that exact same position. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, they're not going to be going in for that aggressive play just yet. They're going to be taking that swing because of the fact that they do have the red ultimate in their arsenal. Their portal is going to be their ultimate. Nuke gets tagged down to really levels of HP. His armor has been broken. He needs to pop a shield battery to get himself back up to the full HP mark. The portals have been used, and it is going to be Murdoch and the Doctor trying to go in for that swing, but still 1 HP. They're going to be able to survive for just a little while longer, but the Doctor, he's not going to be giving anything away. One item 1 HP have been taken on down, and it's going to be the side of Team Phoenix with all of the positional advantages in the entire world. They need to be the ones to push out of the building. They're going to need to be the ones who need to stay strong here, and I don't think so that Team Phoenix, they're going to be letting them go pretty much anywhere. The grenades are going to be there. The fact is that they're sitting on the roof as well. High ground, grenades, utility. Just put them inside of the building here. Put them out of their misery, Team Phoenix. You don't want to kill them like this now, do you? 30 seconds left. The ring's gonna be closing on down in. The building no longer in the favor of the side of Exoman. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's already done and dusted. Team Phoenix, they take it all away. They're gonna be your winners for match number 3. There's nothing that the side of the Exoman can do. And Phoenix, they are gonna be your champions for map number 3. Beautifully done from the side of Team Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen. The positional advantage that they had was absolutely incredible.
Yep, Team Phoenix. Good stuff coming out from them. Actually, amazing stuff coming out from them as well to go ahead and win it out. Like the positional advantage that we did talk about so much. It looks like that Team Phoenix, they knew what was about to happen and they sort of, predicted the next move that they're about to make as well. Amazing stuff. Once again, Team Phoenix to go ahead and solidify their hold on the second spot in the overall standings, because now after that champion victory and so many wipeouts, so many kills on the board as well, the kill points is just going to shine. And I feel like that in the overall standings, we are going to be seeing Team Phoenix place themselves at the second spot and just holding on to that area as well. But yeah, the entire match, I feel as if once again we saw Team Phoenix moving in over towards Lava Safon along with the rest of the teams, and Lasuda Party, they once again got eliminated. There was not much that they were able to do. Team 1 HP, they were the ones to drop in over towards Fragment and clean out the entire area. I feel as if, the side of Team Phoenix, the way they took on that final fight, 1 HP got a little bit too, I don't know, free, I would say. Like, they should have been a little bit more careful, because they know for a fact that the enemies, they've got themselves pretty good abilities as well. They are going to go ahead and recon. They're going to go ahead and get to know where exactly we are. And that aggressiveness, it sort of paid off for the side of Team Phoenix, where they did, make the decision of just getting out of the cliff, moving in for the fights. They knew for a fact that all they had to do is just get one cannon, and then it is just the job of our master surgeon, doctor, to go ahead and perform his operations onto all of these players and teams into that final ring. Unfortunately, Team X-Women weren't able to do much, and I feel for them as well. Team X-Women, they tried, by the way. Team X-Women and Unit X, they both coming in as well to try and maybe survive this, to try and maybe, duke it out. But unfortunately, they were not able to do that. Team Phoenix, they just went ahead and got themselves that victory. And I feel as if Team Phoenix, if they just can be consistent like this, if they can just keep on going on with this momentum, maybe they're going to be able to inch very, very close to Team 1 HP, because Team 1 HP, they haven't been having the best of the times aggressive.
Feel as the Team 1 HP, they're just like, we don't really care. We have 200 plus points. There's no way that any team can dethrone us at this stage. So in a way, I kind of understand what they're going for. They're just playing for the placements. It's just playing for the chill points. And in the long run, I kind of do like it. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, they showed up massively. The Doctor with his surgical precision, Murdoch with his constant aggression and support, and of course, Ultimate Noob with his absolutely beautiful stance and intel gathering skills, were able to flush it out and bring in the win for their team. But at the same time, X-Omen, once again, like, why did they stagnate? Like, that's the biggest question here. Every single time we see the side of X-Omen, whenever they are in that second position, they just get a little bit too complacent. They get way too comfortable just holding down a building. And when you're holding down a building and you know for a fact that your opponents are actually fighting another squad, why not just go in for that push? You need to take that risk, especially when you are in a 3 squad situation. They could have easily just swung out, gotten a couple of kills when it was Frenzy and Frenzy and Crisp, opting going for that fight against the side of Team Phoenix. If they just swung out of the building in that exact same situation, they easily could have killed at the bare minimum of one person, got themselves inside of the building once again, and then just keep on rinsing and repeating the process until they finally took out the side of Team Phoenix. Because in a way, it can work out in your favor, and the fact that they did not opt to go in for a play like that shows a little bit more of a lack in confidence, I would say, when it comes down to those top 2 positions. But at the same time, X-Omen, admirable effort, to say the very least, because you were able to get yourself back to the number 2 spot once again, your assassin.
I'm not going to lie, right? Like, I'm not going to lie. X-Omen, they definitely did put up the performance that we all were looking forward to. But at the same time, it's just that they sort of, isolate themselves and sandwich themselves in angles where they're not supposed to. Like, they get caught in between crossfires. And X-Omen, they need to move around a little bit more freely, need to work around the entire movement mechanics in order to skip out of situations. And this is exactly what I told them as well. Same goes for the Suda Party. But yeah, the match highlights are ready. Why don't we quickly jump straight into the match highlights? And I feel like aggressive, you can pretty much let us in on the action as to how exactly were, the side of Phoenix able to go ahead and grab that champion in match 3.
We've already talked about the side of Team Phoenix, and we just talk about the knife fight at the very beginning. Honestly, I live and breathe for these knife fights at the very beginning stages of an Apex game. That's kind of what I like. It's like a love and hate relationship when I watch a lot of these pro games and cast them, that I don't really see a lot of knife fights, but from time to time you have those comedic moments, and hey, it's where the real fun is at. But moving on down from that knife fight, we can see a lot of the fights that were happening down towards the side of Fragment. It was the side of 1 HP being able to take down consistent squads all over the map, but right at the very end, Team Phoenix, though, they had the better positional advantage. They were playing for the circle a lot more frequently. And remember what I was saying previously when we saw the side of Team 1HP, the fact that they were not really playing for the circle advantage. Instead, they were just stagnating around the side of Fragment East, trying to get a couple of kills and trying to take over Fragment for themselves. You should not really be doing that, especially when the circle is that far off. And Team 1HP, once again, getting a little bit too complacent, and Team Phoenix being able to pounce upon that level of complacency, just were able to take them down almost instantly. And with that, just look at this game. Like, just look at this round as well and this squad wipe. Being able to take down Heartsuck D4, it was already done and dusted. You knew for a fact as well, because the last and only team that can take them out would have been the side of Team 1HP, because they are the only ones who can actually go in for aggressive plays to play for it like that. And right at the very end, just look at 1HP. Best possible position that you can ever have in a circle like this. Complete high ground, really good cover, and there is no way your opponents can flank you. And right at the very end, they went in for the push. They had the raid ultimate on their side. They took away the roof control, and if they stayed on top of that roof, there is absolutely nothing that the side of X-Woman could have done to push themselves back out of that building, go in for those kills, and try and survive this. If they actually pushed in earlier here, Assassin, I believe as though the storyline would have been completely different and would have been the side of X-Omen being the ones to take this win.
True that. I mean, Team Phoenix, right? If you take a look at this, they kind of once again show us why X-Omen need to be a lot more, mobile. They need to keep on moving, and they need to just, sort of not isolate themselves in angles where they're just gonna get pounced down to by two teams coming in and finishing them off as well. Match standings are ready, so why don't we quickly take a look at the match standings and see where exactly these teams are going to be in the overall standings after match 13 for the day. That is the third match of the final day. Hey, Team Phoenix have got themselves 25 total points, 13 kill points and 12 placement points. Team 1HP with a total of 17.7 placement and 10 kill points. X-Open in the third spot, not bad. Unitex in fourth. Lunatic squad on the fifth. Ignited Mafias on the sixth. Lesuda on the seventh. Vector Sports on the eighth spot. Wizards was on the ninth, and Heartstuck D4 on the 10th. Interesting. I feel as if Team Unitex might actually have a chance of inching closer to X-Omen. Till X-Omen, they are still going to be on top of Unitex on the overall standings, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they are going to be on top of them, but I believe that Unitex have actually taken down the Suda party from their number 4 position. So let's head on down over to the overall standings. We don't really have to speculate much because our producer, he's going to be always there to cover our backs. So moving on down the line, just as I speculated, it's going to be Unitex actually being able to dethrone the Suda party because their performance here wasn't that potent. So moving on down the line, though, X-Omen, man. Like, remember on day one, this team was stuck somewhere on the 11 and 12 rank. Now look where they are, Assassin. Number 3, that's what you call improvement for them.
Well, the overall standings, it kind of is giving me a little bit of a goosebump moment as well for the side of Team 1HP, as they are sitting at 220 total points, right? And Team Phoenix, they're inching closer. They're now in the second spot with 149. X-Omen on the third with 109. Unitex with 105 total points on the fourth spot. The Suda Party, they have made it into the 100 club as well. So, yeah. Heartstuck D4, on the other hand, they are hard stuck on that sixth spot. They're trying their level best to make their way over towards fifth as well, the Throne Lasura party, but that is not happening because they're just getting, once again, caught in while trying to make these rotations or just getting passed on to by the Titans in the overall standings, like 1HP and Phoenix. But yeah, I'm so surprised with the performance coming out from the side of X-Omen, right? They just come out of nowhere today and they go ahead and make their way in towards the third spot. Like, imagine Unitex, the Suda Party, the Devils, Heartstuck D4, all of them, like, scratching their heads as to what the hell did these guys do? Or are they just having a really good Sunday morning?
What I really want to know here, though, Assassin, is what is the Devils doing, man? Just tell me honestly, how are these guys consistently on that 7th position? I don't
Yeah,
understand.
they've got a
any
total
of
points. They've got a total points of 69. So really looking forward to seeing what the Devils can do
this.
from
They have
here
the
on
magic
out.
number.
They do have the magic number, and I feel like that the Devils, they might go ahead and make their way in or towards the sixth spot. They might get themselves a champion. You never really know.
You know what I would have really wanted here, Assassin? The Devils taking that sixth spot with 66 points. Then truly the Devils at a 666. But at the same time, you can't have everything now, can you? So moving on down the line here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just talk a little bit more about what we can expect coming on down through from the side of Team Heartstock. Because I feel as though Heartstock D4, they're stuck in a position where they can't really take that deep breath just yet. Because the fact is that the Devils are right behind them, but they're after them really frequently. 69 points is not really that far from the 89. You just need that one win or a couple of placement points to just push you over that edge and get you closer and closer to that victory margin that will take you off the board from that seventh position and qualify you when you reach that six. Because, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you need to remember that the qualifications are going to be heading on down forward from the first spot over towards that sixth spot, over towards the grand final. So all these teams are now going to be playing for the placement because that number one spot completely taken, there is no way to take that. Number two position completely taken, there is no way to take that. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6 are still up for grabs. So all of these teams, they need to understand, play it a lot more safer, play it for the placement points. And then right at the very end, because this is a pro level game, you do need to remember in pro games, it's always going to be down to those last two circles to decide what's happening to all of these teams. You can get a lot of your kills there. Don't try to go over aggressive early. Play for positional advantage. And when you have the best possible position compared to any of the other teams when it comes down to that last circle, you're easily going to be able to rack up at the bare minimum of 9 points when it comes down to the total kill points every single time, because that's how Apex works. The better positions that you have, the better you're going to be playing. Doesn't matter if you're a bronze going up against a diamond. If you have a better position than that diamond player, you're still going to be the one to win everything out. So the players and teams, they need to understand this and then go in for positional advantages, because Unitex, the fact that they're faltering so much when it comes down to the positional advantage, it's kind of hurting them in the long run. So
That's true. And I really am rooting for the Sara Team X Open, by the way. I really want to see them, climb up the boards and still go ahead and manage to get themselves a champion, maybe. Because that is definitely going to be a boost in morale. And not only that, it's also going to be a huge boost in the overall standings for them. They've already managed to dethrone a lot of the better teams, but I feel like that they can do a little bit more. Devil Connor is a really good player, and beside besides him, we've got the rest of the two as well who have been putting up the work in terms of the intel gathering as well as putting in the utilities as well when needed. So overall, good enough composition and great performance coming out from the Sana Team X Women. I really want to see more of them moving in towards match 4 for the day, which is going to be the last second match. And I feel as if now is going to be the time when we're going to be seeing a little bit of a shift coming out from all of these teams, right? We're going to be seeing a little bit of a shift in their strategy, their drop zones, and also in as to how exactly they are going to go ahead and take on these fights. What are your thoughts on that?
honestly, in my eyes, I feel as though considering everything that was happening here in match number 1, 2, 3, and 4, all of these teams, they are all match number 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, we're going to be heading into 4.
Mhm.
Thing is that all these teams are getting a little bit too passive now. The fact is
Mhm.
that passive play cells are actually working out in their favor. The fact that they're spreading themselves across multitude portions of the map, yes, it's really good. Playing it a lot more passive is the fact that you're playing in for those placement points just a little bit more, but you need to take a lot more risk. Exomen, yeah, they understand. They know what they need to do. They are not going to take a single form of a risk, and they're just going to be playing it slow. Completely fine and dandy. They want those placement points that they want to keep their number 3 position on the board. But for the other teams, such as Arsaki for Team the Devils and Team Devils, Ignited Mafia, Lasuda Party, they need to force themselves up the rankings as soon as they possibly can because their positions are not secure. Just one small misplay and one small accident will cause them to completely drop off in a matter of seconds. And in Apex, that can happen in any way, shape, or form because this is a battle royale and you can't really predict everything that's going to be happening here. So I really do want to see them trying to go in for positions that are not exactly hot drops, but they're close to those hot drops instead. Because the thing that you do need to remember is that the teams that are going to be playing overly aggressive, they're going to be going in for that hot drop. And as soon as they're done with that hot drop, they need to go in for rotation down towards other power angles or other power hot drops where they can actually loot themselves up properly. So if you're able to hold that position that the players are most possibly going to be rotating into or trying to go into a choke point, you're the ones at the advantage that can have the positional advantage as well as the gunfight advantage because that place will have a good amount of loot. You can gear yourself up And as the players are coming from the first initial hot drop, you can cut them off, have the advantage on your own accord, either force them back to the previous position that they were holding, or force them to push into you where you guys will have the biggest advantage when it comes to the terms of gunplay. That's what I'm expecting to happen in map number 4, because in map number 1, 2, and 3, it felt as though a lot of the teams they were just moving around the map trying to look for a fight, but they were not looking for a positional advantageous fight. They were just trying to kill each other off as fast as they possibly can to get better loot and get their ego shields higher in the long.
Completely true. And, I feel as if the side of Team X Women, the way they have been playing as well throughout, I see a lot of shifts coming every single match. So as we're going to be moving into towards match 4, I feel like that Team X Women, they're going to be showcasing us something different in match 4, and moving on over towards match 5 as well. Going to be seeing something different coming out from them. So very versatile plays coming out from the Sana Team X Women. But the only thing that they need to fix is the fact that they are sort of sandwiching themselves and putting themselves in a position where they are just getting pounced into by two different teams, just isolating themselves into these buildings, which is not really the best of the options right there when it comes down to the final ring or even the final stages of the match. So they need to sort of find their escape routes, and they need to make their moves as fast as possible and not just get sandwiched inside of that building. If they can go ahead and rectify that, I feel like that they have a much higher chance of going ahead and grabbing themselves a champion at the end of the day. And they also can, be pretty damn sure of the fact that they are going to hold on to that third spot, or maybe even dethrone the side of Phoenix and take that second spot.
That's going to be a little bit difficult though, because Team Phoenix, after what happened in map number 3 and the fact that they now have a win under their belt, I don't think that they're going to be giving away their spot as easily here, Assassin. So we can't count out the side of Team Phoenix just yet. They could just pull off another champion, dethrone the side of 1HP one more time, and get a win for themselves. But as you just stated, I completely agree with you. A lot of these teams, they need to try and figure out a proper escape route when they do try and hold on to a building. That's why having a raid is so important whenever you're playing a very aggressive or very defensive composition where you are actually putting down a building, because the Wraith is the only legend in the entire game that can actually get out of a building alive and get your teammates out in the process as well. Having that teleport in your arsenal just changes up the entire dynamic, because when you use that teleport, you're not only going to be able to get yourself out of the building, but you can also possibly go in and distract your opposition team, so that they will send a couple of players on towards that teleport instead. And when you have that two-way teleport, you can either go back and forth instantly, causing your opponents to be in absolute utter confusion of where they're actually going to be heading. And you can actually use it to go in for a pincer strategy with one player heading on down through from the main door, completely catching them off guard as your opponents from the other side of the teleport start shooting. Like these type of dynamics and small plays and team play can just completely shift the entire tide when you have that raid in your arsenal. And a lot of the other teams, they're not really understanding how strong the raid can be. Normally, raid, a lot of people say that she's a very selfish character that can't really do a lot other than just get herself out of tricky situations. But for the team, she can do a lot if you are creative with it. This type of creativity is being shown by the side of Team 1HP, Team X, and Team Phoenix, but the other ones need to show up as well here, because X-Omen, they're the best possible team in my eyes that can actually pull off a strategy like that. But at the same time, I feel as though Devil Corner, he's not going to be shifting to the rate that he's had soon. He just loves this octane way too much.
True that. And I feel like that we're going to be seeing a lot more coming our way as well as we move on over towards match 4 and match 5. Match 4 is going to be ready really, really soon. And as soon as it is ready, we are going to be jumping straight in towards the airship and in towards World's Edge. But yeah, match 4, I feel as if, we are going to be seeing a couple of teams just bringing in a little bit of a change in their drop spots. Like maybe we are going to be seeing teams trying to move out of the lava siphon, because now that Team Phoenix, they've changed their place from Overlook and everywhere else in towards lava siphon. I feel as if Team Lasura Party are going to be a little bit more aware of that, as it has been like 2 times in a row now that Team Phoenix are dropping in over towards the lava siphon. And I feel as if the side of Team Phoenix, it is not a bad idea to drop in over towards Lavis Fawn, but I feel as if now we might see them also bringing out a little bit of an ace up their sleeve, right? They are going to try and drop in somewhere else. They're going to try and challenge their enemies into thinking as to where exactly Team Phoenix are going to drop. Team Phoenix, they definitely are going to be very happy after that champion title that they grabbed the last match. So looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to be the strategy coming out from all of these teams as we move on over towards match 4.
I think match number 4 is going to be where the real fun is at, in my eyes in particular, because I feel as though a lot of these teams, they're going to be taking a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, because match number 4 is taking a little bit more time to try and set up, ladies and gentlemen, because the teams are having a little bit of an issue. So we want to make sure that they're having no issues whatsoever before we do head on down over to the match. But as the because of the fact that they have this breathing time for themselves, I want to see them pull off something a little bit more strategic, to say the very least. Important. And I know, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. I always talk about the strategy, I always talk about the rotations, I always talk about positional advantage, but that's what Apex is. A lot of people think that Apex is a game where aim reigns supreme, but in a battle royale, that's not the case. If you're able to constantly put yourself in a spot where you have the better angle or the better advantage, that's where you're literally going to be able to outshine your opponents. Doesn't matter how strong their aim potency can be, you're just going to be better in that sense. So moving on down the line here, Assassin, I want to see the teams be a little bit more dynamic in the way they take a lot of their engagements.
Yep.
Plan for an escape route every single time. The fact is, a lot of these teams, just like you say, the next Omen, they plan to go inside of a building, and then what's your plan of getting out of that building if you get pincered from another side?
Yep.
You always do need to think about those dynamics every single time whenever you're picking up your legends, whenever you're picking up the characters, or even when you're picking up a building. And I feel as though the main two teams that suffer the most from this is one going to be the Suda Party, and the other one is going to be Exomen, who completely rely on buildings to go in for a couple of their own wins. So in a way, yeah, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really potent, but in the long run as well, against an experienced team, it can be a very detrimental factor as well. So right now, Assassin, I want your opinion on the fact that why do you think a lot of these teams are actually opting to go in for the caustic in comparison to the Gibraltar? Because I feel as though the Gibraltar would be a much more of a stronger pick against that caustic, but at the same time, the caustic is proving to be much more potent in comparison to the Gibraltar for some of these things.
The thing is, the caustic, right? I feel as if all of these teams, they kind of feel as if blocking off the entrance or just not allowing the teams to maybe get out of the building is something that they need to do, and also just the fact that caustic is used in order to hold on towards a particular building in a very important fashion. I feel as if the teams who are trying to just take on the squads, trying to just open up the buildings and whatnot, are going to be stopped and delayed in order to make these pushes. So yeah, in a way, Kibi and Caustic have their own advantages. I just feel like both of them kind of are at an equal level. Like I feel as if the Gibby is useful in his own way, Caustic is useful in his own way. Just don't know how exactly the team's composition is and what exactly their strategy is in order to win out the match. But if you take into consideration teams who have already put up multiple champions to their name, 1HP, whether it be Team Phoenix as well, they always have a Gibraltar as well. They have Ace here, they have a Gibraltar, they have a Bloodhound, they have an Octane, they have a Wraith. So yeah, like Team Phoenix, they have Doctor on the Wraith, and it's just amazing. He's just an amazing player, and there's no doubt about it. So yeah, like it's upon how exactly the team is comfortable with. Caustic is good in its own way. Gibby is good in its own way, but I feel like Gibby might just be a little bit more helpful when it comes down to these late ring scenarios, late round scenarios where you have the round 3 or round 4 zone closing in, and you have teams that you need to deal with in a particular area. Worlds Edge is quite an open map, and we know for a fact that if you just rain down their bombardment, things become a lot more easier to go ahead and finish out the squad.
Yes, for sure. We got a couple of words from our producer that the game is finally ready, ladies and gentlemen. The players are going to be prepped up as well, and we're going to be heading on down over into the game. But before we do, we're going to be heading on down for a short word from our sponsors.
From the outside, Who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to match 4 of the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. We are diving straight into World's Edge once again, and yeah, this is match 4 for the day. Got one more match after this, so yeah, please don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, because we are about to know which top 6 teams are going to be qualifying in for the grand finals as well. Very aggressive. I feel as if Team Phoenix, now that they don't really have a lot of competition, they're going to move in once again over towards the Overlook. We're going to be seeing a couple of teams, that is especially one is moving over towards the Fragment East. We have got teams headed over towards the Thermal Station as well. Interesting. Which team is that?
Assassin, from what I heard though, I believe that Ultimate Newman is powered. Yeah, he had a power cut, so that's why he's not here. I believe that that's one of the main reasons why the side of Team Phoenix have opted to go for a Pathfinder instead. But at the same time, Assassin, I want your opinions on this. What do you think about the Heirloom, man? Because honestly, the Pathfinder Heirloom in my eyes is probably the best one, other than the Revenant.
I actually don't have much idea on the skins of the game. So yeah, I would pretty much pass that question and Uno reverse it on to you. And what do you think about the heirloom skins?
So I got a word from my producer.
I haven't been lucky enough to get a heirloom. So yeah.
Okay, so when it comes down to the terms of the heirloom, the best one initially back in season 0 was of course the Wraith one, because I had a couple of friends. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story. I had a couple of friends who just opened a new account, and they got a heirloom on their 3rd loot drop. On their 3rd drop. And I'm like, bro, sell this account, you can easily get like over 600. Like, the level of luck that these guys have when it comes down to heirlooms is absolutely incredible. And now that heirlooms are a lot more common and almost every single legend has it, personally, I would say that I love the Revenant one the most. The Revenant one just has a lot more style, but in the background, my producer is like, the best one has to be the Octane one, and I kind of understand the Octane one is going to be really good, but at the same time, come on, man. The Revenant one just... it has a lot more style, to say the very least.
True. Well, now, we're going to be seeing all of these teams will be spread across Unitex or towards the countdown, and I feel Granny Master and team are going to try and take them down. Granny Master and team are approaching right around. That is HWN Gaming. And yeah, HWN Gaming, if they go up against the side of Team Unitex, Unitex only have 2 players, if I'm not wrong, by the way. Their 3rd player disconnected. So, yeah.
Watching it.
Oh, he was not able to join, it seems. Alright then. That's quite sad.
Fortunately, this entire map is going to be full of teams that were not really able to make their way in properly, so they're going to be going into a 2 versus X situation almost every single time. That's going to hurt just a tiny little bit, but in the long run, it's not going to hurt as much as well. But Team 1HB, now it's going to be their turn to go in for that first initial fight. It's one of the players, though, and does get a little bit of a tag. The Renee's going to be pushing up Chris from his own safety position, but still, he does get tagged out just a tiny little bit. But now with the push now almost imminent from all the members of the side of 1HP, they're making their rush happen, and they know for a fact of what to expect. They're going in for that swing, they're going in for that play. Beautiful movement coming down through from the side of Chris here, ladies and gentlemen. Does get that one tag, is going to be able to take down the side of the Lunatics, and one by one, the damage was already done, and the Lunatics, they were like, hey, we're safe here. There is no way that the side of 1HP are going to push us. But 1HP is like, you know who you're talking to? You're talking to 1HP, the guys who live and breathe on 1HP and take down their opponents. Beautifully done from their side to understand the situation and then go in for that swing play. They're going to be able to get that first initial spot by taking it down to only 11 spots remaining.
Starting Team Unitex, they are going to be spotting out a team right in front of them. That is going to be HWN Gaming, and Granny Master is going to make his way into his zip line, and oops, Chappie plants me down, and wow, he's actually connecting some shots as well. Not going to do a lot of damage though, and yeah, just going to try and make their way out of there. Team HWN Gaming. gonna successfully make their way out of there, and Unidex, they're gonna do the same thing. They're like, all right, you know what? Let's just retreat and make our way into the zone, to the ring. Or maybe you can just hold on over towards this area. Try and watch out for teams who might potentially make their rotation in as well.
With the position still known, this is all of the teams, they're just going to be playing it a lot more slower, especially with only 11 squads remaining on such a massive circle. You kind of expect the teams to be playing a lot more slower and not really hitting on down anyone just yet. And let's see how they're actually going to be moving on down forward, because I really want to see a lot of the strategies from the side of Unitex and see what they're going to be up to, because with only 2 players and no intel gathering character for them, it could just be very difficult to say the very least. But hey, they can pull off a miracle as well. They can easily probably take it down over to the last 2 squads and play for those placements. But Team Phoenix, they're in the same level of ideology. They can also play for the placements here. So at this stage, I feel as though Unitex and Team Phoenix, they could be the 2 teams that go up against one another, and whoever wins that skirmish should be able to take that second position if they do play their cards right.
Team Unitex, we're gonna keep on holding on to that region. They've got a pretty good area right here, so just gonna watch out for teams who might potentially try and make their rotations into the ring and whatnot. Apart from this, yeah, we're gonna shift our focus on towards other teams as well who are, you know, try and potentially make an engagement.
Let's go here.
Might just be seeing the side of Team Phoenix, maybe, or what exactly they are doing. Well, they are also in a 2 versus X situation, right? So, looking forward to seeing what they are doing as well. Team Devils, on the other hand, looting it over towards the Harvester. Sorry, not the Harvester, my bad. The Fragment. Yeah, I mean, Devils. Wow. Flatline. Let's go. So let's just serial killer Sid got himself a good loot. By the way, the overall standings are right in front of your screens, guys. If you just want to quickly go ahead and take a look as to who exactly is where. Team Dothraki did not even show up since day 1, right? So
Yeah.
they haven't played a single match. That's kind of unfortunate. Wanted to see them in action, man. They have a great name, but looks like they don't really have the opportunity maybe to just be a part of this finals, the qualifier finals.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit of a sad story right in there. But at the same time, I feel as though it does open up a lot of avenues for the other team. But at the same time, Team Phoenix, they do get spotted out by an opposition team because of the Bloodhound scan. And this is like, oh no, Team Phoenix Doctor is like, oh no, it's time to go, man. It's time to go. We gotta run on our way. And the Phoenix is not gonna be rising from the ashes just yet. They are gonna be backing on off, getting into a better position for themselves up there in the middle. They do have themselves towards the angle of the extractor. Let's see what we can expect coming on down from another sonar scan. It's going to detect their position. Who's exactly pushing them is a real question here, Assassin. What team is it? Normally, a lot of teams run the Seer over anything else. It cannot be 1 HP. Is it Lasuda Party?
Not sure though. Bloodhound composition is run by who, by the way? Lasuda Party has here, if I'm not sure.
Hearts of D4 is also another team.
Hearts of D4, don't they have a Seer?
I thought they had a Bloodhound. I don't remember, man.
1 HP do have a Seer. Frenzy is a Seer main, so Seer, right in front of your screens. Unitex also have a Bloodhound, but that player is not available, I guess.
Oh wait, Lasuda Party don't have anything.
Yeah, Lasuda Party don't have any intel gathering legends. United Mafias have got a Seer. That's good.
On guard. Watching that spot.
Might be something good this way.
All these
Yeah,
teams, they're just taking a back foot here. They're taking it slow, then they're taking it
Wow.
systematically, and that's understandable.
Vector Sports has the Horizon since the that is the Horizon, right? Yeah, Horizon
Yeah.
since the first match. By the way, he's been playing solo. Now he's just gonna be rushed down to by 1 HP.
Not
First
gonna
match was
lie,
good, yeah.
not gonna lie, Assassin. When your friends ditch you, I just feel like that for us. Just that's how I feel whenever you ditch me to play with you.
I mean, I
I'm
never did
always
cheat.
around. Yeah, you don't ditch me. This guy says he doesn't ditch me. He's like, give me 30 minutes. I'm gonna be coming to play with you. 2 hours later, he's like, okay, we can play now. And I'm like, what? Where have you been for these last 2 hours?
I mean, the man's got some work, man.
No, yeah, for sure. You got work every single day when we're supposed to play together. God damn you.
Hostile spotted.
It's okay, it's okay. Next week is gonna be our time. You're gonna get yourselves a brand new GPU.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys can also get yourselves a brand new Legion gaming notebook. Powered by an Intel, yeah, powered by an Intel processor using the link down in the description below. So don't forget to check that out. So we're gonna be seeing Team Hotstuck D4 are gonna go ahead and take the fight on towards Team Phoenix, and Team Phoenix are gonna be going down. I feel. Doctor is down though. Is the entire squad wiped out?
Let's go this way.
Yep, that's the entire squad wiped out, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye, good night, sweet dreams. Team Phoenix, as you guys are not going to be alive for match 4 though. So no more champions for you.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate that ultimately had that power cut. But hey, we're living in a region where power cuts are very common and there's not much that you can do about it. You got to live with it, cut your losses, and go down over to the next match so that you can still have a chance going down. But
Or you can always have power backup.
Not everyone can have that.
Someone's out there.
I mean, if you're a professional player, you should definitely have a power backup. That's what I believe. I believe with a professional team, professional player, go ahead, have a power backup, have an internet backup as well, because these sort of small things might just go ahead and take away the chance of you qualifying for the finals.
Yeah,
But yeah, Team Phoenix are sort of in a very good spot, so not a problem over there. They're pretty much safe. They definitely are gonna qualify.
But at the same time, here Ignited Mafia's Axe Ripper, he threw his Seer Ultimate into his opponents instead of putting it behind cover. A little bit questionable.
I feel as if, yeah, I feel as if, you know, Ignited Mafias are going to be the ones to go ahead and get themselves a kill as well. Might just find themselves that frag, but position is something that is not in their favor.
Taking this a lot more slower here, but at the same time, Ignited Mafia, now it's their turn to go in for that swing. And they're going to be going in for a fast one as well, but that Seer is going to cause so much damage. Devil Corner, it's really the side of X-Omen on the other side of this receiving end of a lot of hurt. Will they be able to survive for longer? It's going to be the real question. It's going to be Solo Yelkai going in for that swing. It's going to be able to take down Hyperzeb, but Hyperzeb is going to be able to take down Watch This onto the other side, but X-Omen, yeah, their position was just better, and I feel as though the side of the opposition, they went in for that swing just a little bit too early, but at the same time, Lasuda Party, they want a couple of their own gameplays down here. They're going to be able to take down Watch This, and with that, they're going to be able to be the third party to take down the side of X-Omen, and if they take down X-Omen right here, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Lasuda Party, they're going to be in that new number 3 position almost instantly, because you do need to remember that Lasuda Party, they had 100 points when they were on the board. If they're able to take down X-Omen right here and right now, it's already over. X-Omen, they can no longer defend that number 3 spot.
So the Suda Party, they're gonna be pretty chill for now though. Like they really don't have much to worry about. Hotstuck D4 on the other hand, they might just find a fight. Whereas 1 HP, adrenaline is pumping up over here because they have spotted out another team, and that is the HWN Gaming. So yeah, HWN Gaming, they're gonna be the ones to open fire on towards 1 HP and 1 HP. We don't have much to work here. Oh, Spitfire! Wow, saw Spitfire after ages, by the way.
Yeah, the Spitfire has been turned into a teardrop package because of how broken this weapon actually is, and that's kind of understandable because a lot of people do hate it down at the same time. But the care package is one of those things that does show up on those care packages, but it's really difficult considering that the Kraber is also a thing. So if you're not that lucky, you're not going to be able to get that Spitfire often. But the fact that the Spitfire is in the hands of one of the players, this could just be the deciding factor to go in for a win on a couple of these fights. 1 HP, they're going in for a couple of their own thing. Trips with that G7 Scout can people do a lot of damage, but they're in a pretty precarious situation here, Assassin. One team at the bottom, one right in front of them. They need to cut their losses and just run away from this, because if they get pincered here from these two teams opting to go in for a swing onto them, they're not in a good spot, because right behind them it's going to be the Wizards of Oz as well. Go in for a better position here, 1 HP. You do not want to take this.
Now they definitely do not want a 1 HP. They're taking a lot of damage, and now all they have to do is just come back and whoa. Alright. Our producer just informed us that one of the teams is running crypto. Interesting. Which team is that? Who's running the crypto? Can we have a quick look at the crypto as well? Because yeah, it is something that we haven't actually seen for quite some time now. And wow,
Oh,
the
no.
charge rifle do a lot of damage. Nick is gonna be going down. He's gonna bleed out, and SWN Gaming were the ones who run crypto. Wow, they're running crypto and Bloodhound. So much for Intel gathering, huh?
The Devils, they're gonna make their way out as well because the zone is gonna be right after them, but at the same time, 1 HP, they're getting lasered down from the other sidelines as well. Savvy at less than half HP gets a grenade stuck to his face. And he gets taken out because of the defensive bombardment coming on down from the side of Ziyok. Beautiful ult from the side of the Gibraltar to take down that first initial player. And with that, last player from the side of the Devils, there's not much that he can do. His position is already revealed and he is gonna get taken out as well from the other side. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the side of 1 HP, they're gonna be in a pretty good position. They got 2 squad wipes for themselves. They were able to take another defensive position for their end as well. And with that, it's gonna be Love Me Senpai trying to survive, but he's not gonna be able to survive for long. He gets taken out as well, and it's pretty much done and dusted here, Assassin. I feel as a 1 HP, they should just take another champion for themselves if they do keep their position strong and keep their will hard and ready to go in for those fights.
Team 1 HP. We are going to be seeing them again getting shot at. They've got themselves an amazing loot, but unfortunately they're not able to put that
37
loot into
seconds.
good use. Yeah. They don't really have a lot of time to just make their way in, by the way. 30 seconds, and Team Unitex are right around the corner as well with the charge rifle. Champion Rebellion still alive, and there you go. We're gonna be seeing them spotting out the side of Team 1 HP, and the Gibby shield is gonna be put down as well. Unitex, they have announced their presence on top of this hill right here, so we might just see Team Unitex being challenged really soon by another team. Hashtag D4 have got a hold of another team over here. That is gonna be Neo to go ahead and open fire with the charge rifle. Wow, charge rifle's going left, right, and center, huh? Oh, care package.
Oh, that's a good amount of damage, man.
Yeah.
That damage is going to be really helpful for them moving on down in the long run. Plus, at the same time, Assassin, I saw a mobile respawn beacon in the hand of Renom. So Renom can easily just completely shut down a couple of the players, and if his teammates die out as well, he's gonna be able to pick them back up almost immediately. And no, that's actually gonna be wiped at with the. It's gonna be wiped at as well with a mobile respawn beacon. So this is gonna be actually really good for them. They can go in for an aggressive play, and they still will have that safety net of getting their buddies back up almost instantly if they do play their cards properly. But at the same time, they cannot be a little bit too over aggressive, because if they do get overzealous a little bit too much, it could end up horribly for them. But the Gibraltar ultimate is right present, but it doesn't place properly. Ladies and gentlemen, that Gibraltar ult's not really going to be getting a lot of value. A little bit of a oopsie coming on down from the side of Suraj. And with that, yeah, it's going to be an ultimate for an ultimate, because I feel as though the Caustic ult was also used to try and stop this aggressive push that's coming on down through from the side of Hearthstone D4.
Yep. It's going to be Hotsuck D4 right now.
Hearthstone against the hell.
Yep. Who are going to be sort of Hotsuck right here, trying to just get that squad wipe as well. Put out the squad right there, and yeah, there comes the wow, here comes the recon, just getting the information. With that, they are gonna spot out these players just jumping over towards the other side of the wall. See the archstar drop in, and oh, Suraj, be careful, really aggressive, I like that. Yeah, archstar D4 again. We are gonna be seeing the Bloodhound scan coming in. Neo is giving out so much information, but at the same time, he's also getting shot at, by the way. 30 seconds for the ring to close, and they need to move. Not a lot of time for the side of Team Master D4. They have to make the move right about now. Otherwise, this is going to be pincered right here, and they are getting pincered, by the way. You see the QB shield put down, and they're just going to recharge their shields, and they're going to get themselves healed up, so they can go ahead and make the final push as well. 3 squads left out. 1 squad is right in front of them. Actually, both of them are right in front of them. Looking forward to seeing what Hotstuck can do. Can they get another champion here?
Yeah, at this stage, it's pretty much just Hearthstone D4 going up against the side of Unit X on one end, and it's gonna be another one on the other side. Who's gonna be able to win everything out here, Assassin? It's gonna be the real question, because now with the first initial push going on down through, it is gonna be a lot of damage hitting on down over that raid. That raid needs to try and survive, but the push is already coming on out from the side of Team X Omen, I do believe, on the other end of this, and they should be able to go in for a kill. Maybe they're gonna be able to find something out because it's gonna be Unit X on the other end doing so much damage, but they're not gonna be able to finish them off. The Gibraltar Shield coming in clutch. Suraj, this man is absolutely beautiful. The fact that he was able to do so much for his team and get a Gibraltar Shield down. Incredible gameplay and team play coming on down from them, but at the same time, Hearts and D4, they're not in a position to win everything out. Instead, it's gonna be the side of 1 HP making their way down forward, being able to shut them all down, and now it's Unit X versus 1 HP. It's done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. 1 HP. We called it. They're gonna be our champions once again, bringing it all back in their favor one more time, rolling it down in for the 6th win on the board on day number 3. And with that,
We have our Apex champions.
Team 1 HP, they're absolutely untouchable.
Well, Team 1 HP, they definitely are untouchable, and I feel like that Team 1 HP are just going ahead and proving everyone on who exactly is the true champion, the true heir to that throne that they are about to go ahead and place themselves onto as well. To become the best in the region, they are putting in absolutely everything they can, and they've got themselves 6 wins now. And this is insane to say this, but Team 1 HP, they have pretty much done everything, man. Like, they're in the first spot. Nobody can touch them now. Like, it's over. This is pretty much over. They are going to be the team that are definitely going to qualify. And it's going to be down to who exactly is going to be placing themselves the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th spot. Because top 6 from each qualifier is going to move in over towards the finals as well. So, yeah, out of the Qualifier 1 finals, we're going to be checking the top 6, make them in towards the finals. And then Qualifier 2 and 3 are going to happen as well. But aggressive match highlights are going to be ready really soon, and I am going to go ahead and tell you as to what I thought. I thought that Team Heartstruck D4 actually have a chance at going ahead and winning it out.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, Heartstruck D4, they kind of got hard stuck in that position. And once again, something similar to what happens to Exomen and Team Lasuda Party, right? They are very good when it comes down to surviving and then, taking on these fights as well. But towards the later zones, they just get themselves in such a place where there's no escape. Like, why? Why do you isolate yourself like that? Did you see that other team who were just, jumping across walls and then just trying to constantly move around? Gotta be like them. And here after D4, they were just unfortunate that this ring was closing in as well, and they were not able to do much. Match highlights are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight in towards the highlights and aggressive? I want your thoughts as to, what exactly went wrong for the side of Team Heartstruck D4 towards the very end. But at the start, tell us on how exactly the entire match was. Like, what do you think? Do you think that we're going to be seeing something like this coming out from the side of 1 HP?
1 HP right at the very beginning, they were really aggressive. Like we always talk about the lunatics being ludicrously lunatic people just opting to go for swings like that, but at the same time, yeah, like the real lunatics here of this story has to be the side of 1 HP. They love to go in for those aggressive pushes. They are riding high in the confidence factor, and hey, they have nothing to lose. They don't need to play it that safe, so it's completely fine and dandy. But at the same time, during this entire match here, Assassin, I feel as though the teams, they got a little bit too complacent, and they were standing in that one position for way too long, especially the side of Team X Omen. The fact is, they shouldn't have died out this early, but as soon as they were just chilling here, they should have just ran on away because the Lasuda Party came in to crash the party, just take them down almost instantly. I thought the Lasuda Party was going to be the team to maybe close everything out and get themselves onto that number 3 position and take it away from X Omen, but that was not really the case here. Instead, it was 1 HP being able to once again hold such an aggressive position and hold it so well as well, and understand that, hey, with the zone coming on down through, if we have the high run control in our favor, we're going to control the pace of a lot of these engagements. We're going to force everyone out in the open and just poke them down slowly but surely, because we don't need to play for points anymore. It's just about surviving. It's just about getting up to the very end where the placement points are going to be mattering the most, and that's exactly what happened. Devils, Lasuda Party, they had nowhere to go. They just got taken down one by one, piece by piece, and 1 HP. They had all of the advantages in the entire world to bring it all back in their favor. And right at the very end, there's not much that they could have done to bring it, to change that fate that they had already set in stone for them. But at the same time, you have to give it down towards the side of Unit X to hold down the fort so beautifully up till the very end. They were able to do a lot of damage. They were able to be a thorn in the side for a lot of these teams and then survive until the very end to get that second place position for themselves. And that's really difficult, Assassin. It was a it was only two people trying to go versus all of these squads who had three. So in a way, I would say that admirable effort coming on down through from the side of Unit X, but at the same time, Heartset D4, they should be playing a lot more when it comes down to the terms of getting map control. Because imagine a situation like this where Gibraltar plays that shield just a little bit more further forward, and they could have placed themselves behind that rock. They would have had such a strong position to work with, but here, they had absolutely nothing. Like, they were just getting pincered from 3 different sidelines, and they had nowhere to go.
That was going to be Team 1HP to go ahead and placing themselves as the champions as well. Congratulations, 1HP, once again, for getting that victory and placing yourselves in the first spot in the overall standings. Yeah, I mean, you guys were already there, but then what I'm talking about is solidifying that hold as well. There's absolutely nothing that can stop you now, and you guys are just going to go ahead and place yourselves right there comfortably without any issues whatsoever. Moving over towards the final match of the day as well, what I want to witness is some sort of a change. So, do you think there was actually a change in match 4 as we expected it to be?
In map number 4, I kind of did expect a change. Like, I
Yeah.
expected the teams to play it a lot more aggressively because now they're going to be desperate. There's only 2 more
Mm.
maps left, and now
Yeah.
it's only 1 more map left instead. So when you consider that the teams are actually playing it like that, they played it a lot more aggressively. They wanted to go in for the swing battles, and they're constantly going in for those pushes because they understand they need these points. They cannot be sitting in one position, and I kind of like that. But at the same time, the planning was just not there. They were not considering third parties that could be coming on down through. They constantly needed to go in for rotation plays, and that really did not happen. We're going to see that as we do head on down over towards the match standings for this match number 4, because Assassin, like a lot of these teams, they could perform so beautifully, but they were just not able to. And just look at 1HP, man. Can you stop? These guys are families. You're beating a literal dead horse at this point. 29 points? They're absolutely insane.
I mean, match 14 standings are just looking like an absolute breakfast. Like, look at Heartstuck and Lasuda Party, both sitting at 10 points each. Yeah, Lasuda Party, they are still just going to be above the side of Unitex. X-Omen with 7 as well to just hold on to that third spot. I feel as if Team Phoenix, they're going to be the ones who are going to be at a possible disadvantage here. Only were able to get themselves 2 total points out of that match. But it's okay though. Team 1HP have got themselves 29 total points. That is something. X-Omen got themselves 7. Again, good stuff. The Devils with 4 and Wizards of Oz with 3. I mean, the Devils, every single time they manage to get themselves a couple of points. I don't know. Like, we never actually get to witness their action, but they always do put up the points and, manage to just stay in the 5th or the 6th spot. So that is something that is admirable from the side of the Devils. HWN Gaming and Ignited Mafias didn't really have the best of the time, just like Team Phoenix. But yeah, they did try though. Unfortunately for the side of Vector Sports, it was just one player, man.
Yeah.
Got himself 1 placement point and a total of 1 point out of that match.
Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah.
hurt just a tiny little bit as well.
Yeah, the overall standings are ready, so let's quickly jump straight into towards the overall standings for the day. And yeah, 1HP 249.
Okay.
Damn, let's go. 249 total points, 108 placement points, 141 kill points. These guys are crazy. So 1HP, congratulations. But yeah, Team Phoenix with 151. X-Omen at the 3rd spot with 116, and Unitex at the 4th spot with 111. So Lasuda Party actually dropped out of the 5th spot with 110, and Heartstruck D4 are at the 6th spot with 99. Not bad.
Yeah, they're
feel
gonna
as
be
if-
joining the 100 spot soon.
Yeah, they are going to be joining the 100 squad after match 5 for the day, for sure. Or match 15 for the overall finals. But yeah, I definitely feel like that Team X-Omen, they are going to be challenged for the final match. Unitex, they need to get that 3rd player in. If not, then Team X-Omen have the chance of, just clinging on to that 3rd spot. Team Unitex, if they can't get that 3rd player in, then it might even be Lasuda Party to go ahead and, dethrone them because it's just a difference of 1 point. So, yeah. Lasuda Party, if they just survive till the last circle or something like that, they're going to easily dethrone Unitex. Just throw them onto the 5th spot, and Lasuda Party are going to come up to the 4th spot. Heartstruck D4, they also have a chance of, if Heartstruck D4 actually put up the performance and put up the kill points, they actually have the chance of coming into 5th and putting Unitex down to the 6th spot as well. It's all a matter of speculations right now because match number 5 is getting ready, and as soon as it's gonna be, we're gonna be jumping straight into it as well. But aggressive, what are your thoughts?
Personally, I believe that I want to see what HB pull off something a little bit more interesting. Maybe, pull off a Caustic, Watson, Crypto, something spicy, man. Because they don't really have to worry about playing it seriously at this stage. But at the same time, they should be playing it seriously because we really do love to see them just going for those aggressive plays, just running around and running circles around their opponents. But at the same time, they don't really have to worry about much. They can take a back seat,
Team,
going for a lot more of those fun strategies as well.
Team Phoenix actually brought in a change, no? Previous match, they brought in the Pathfinder.
I think that's because there was no ultimate doom, but they had no hopes of trying to win that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Possible.
But don't worry, Ultimate Noob's gonna be back here. I do believe that his power has already come on back, ladies and gentlemen. So he's gonna be coming on back. And Team Phoenix, they're gonna be on their way to try and get a couple of dubs for themselves. But at the same time, I believe that Team Phoenix, they're gonna be team with the memes because 115 points, their position is not gonna get dethroned at all on match number 5, unless there was a ludicrous amount of kills coming on down through from teams such as Exo and Gupex, the Suda Party, and Hearts of D4, who could just possibly dethrone them, but getting 40 plus points, Assassin. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen on the game of Apex in particular anytime soon. There's not even enough squads trying to accumulate that one point. So, moving on down the line, the number 2 position has been settled into, but I believe that the Devils can actually overtake Hearts of D4 just a little bit if they're able to get a win for themselves, but trying to get that win is going to be the biggest problem here because Devils, the only way they're going to be able to get that 6th position and then qualify out of qualifiers 1 is to get a win. But they're a team that are not really known to be super aggressive. And if they want that win, they need to go in for kills and they cannot slow down because if they slow down for even a second and if they're not feeling confident in their fights and their positioning, it's not going to be good enough for them. And in a way, I think that it really doesn't matter who's going to be moving up or down as of right now on those top 6 positions because this is the final map. They're already going to be cemented no matter what. It's just about bragging rights at this point. So let's just see what we can expect from these teams because now the stakes are just about to get a lot more higher for the teams that are down below that 6th position. 7, 8, 9, and 10 are very close and they can get their way into that number 6 position if they do play their cards properly. But will they be able to do so, Assassin? It's going to be the big question.
Definitely a big question mark for sure right there, but I feel as if Team X-Omen, they actually have to perform a little bit more if they just need to hold on to that position. And so have the other teams as well. They have to go ahead and, put up this performance that we all expect them to, especially from the side of Team Hearts D4 as well, where they can actually go ahead and, get themselves a win or possibly a lot of squad vibes because they definitely need it, to just climb up the board as well. If Team Unitex are not going to be able to perform for the final match, they're just going to be dropping down as well to the 6th spot, most probably, because the rest of the teams are just going to climb up. They're very, very close, 110, 11, and 109 points or something like that. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen in match 5, because match 5 is going to be where it's going to be decided on who exactly is going to qualify into the absolute finals. Top 6 out of the overall standings are going to be selected, and they're going to be moving on towards the next stage. The Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. We've got the last match ready, guys. Match number 15 of the overall qualifier finals are ready. We're going to be jumping straight into the message from our sponsors and then into the match as well.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rise of Legion, powered by Lenovo and Intel, as we are in for the 5th and final match of the day, and also this entire qualifiers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a long 15 matches that we have been spanning on through for the last 3 days, and finally these teams, they have cemented their lead, and the number 1 and number 2 positions have already been taken for granted by Team Phoenix and the side of... Did he just... I just lost it for a second. Did I just hear a flute and a guitar being played? Mordog, the sneaky boy, he just threw me off my entire speech.
Yeah, you definitely heard that. Because it is that emote as well, right? Coming in.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that emote. It's been a while since the last time Digital Culture used stuff.
You know, my friend has this emote where the Gibby, is it the Gibby? Yeah, the Gibby playing the flute or something like that. No, not the flute. Gibby playing the guitar or a ukulele, something like that. And then he has got one more where the Fuse is doing something interesting as well. I don't really remember what was that though. And then you have our lovely Octane, who uses the jump pad and then he just sort of floats on that. Yeah, that's funny stuff coming out from all of these emotes, but more than that, right? I absolutely love the voice lines coming in from each of these legends.
I need sniper ammo.
I
gonna be the
feel
side of
like
one
aggressive is there. Yeah, there you go.
I'm right here. I'm right here. Don't worry about it. I'm here trying to process the flute still, and the guitar being played by the Gibraltar. I'm just imagining in my head Gibraltar being around the campfire. Oh, sorry.
It's a ukulele, yeah.
It's gonna be a ukulele. My bad. So I'm just imagining a situation where we're all sitting around the campfire, and Gibraltar is just playing a ukulele as the zone's closing in, and Gibraltar's like,
Gibby,
"Don't worry about it. We're just gonna be chilling."
you know, Gibby playing the ukulele and with the entire build and the way that character is made, I kind of feel like Gibby is from like he's like a Samoan or something like that. Yeah. I feel like that he's a Samoan with all the tattoos and the tribal stuff going on, and then he plays like ukulele as like a pony and stuff. And, like it's interesting.
Enemy over there.
I feel I lost my boy aggressive again.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. He's back. Aggressive is back.
I swear to God, sometimes my mic just automatically turns off and I'm talking in the background and it doesn't pick it up. Some does happen, ladies and gentlemen. Technical.
I thought you were trying to process the entire Samoan thing, but don't scratch your head much.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're gonna process the things later because we need to first process what exactly inside of 1HP are gonna be doing here. Because they spotted out one of the rosters, and now they're gonna be going in for a play of their own. It's either go in for an aggressive play and try to cut them off and go in for that kill, because I think that that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're not going to be slowing down. They can go in for as many pushes as they possibly want, but against the Revenant, it's going to be quite a difficult push to say the very least as well, because now it is going to be another Seer ultimate as well being placed on the top side, so that's going to be revealing their positions almost instantly if they opt to go in for a couple of their own swings. They need to be very much careful though, because if they over-aggress, it could just end horribly for them, so they need to be very careful about this. The high ground advantage is still in their favor, and it's going to be a reverse Seer ultimate now this time around coming on down too. So both of their positions are now going to be revealed. But it's at the very bottom. Right at the very bottom is going to be one of those teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a push coming on down through from the side of LFT. Genius. Axelbert's going to be able to take down Frenzy. And Frenzy, he was such a crucial player as well, and him not being there is just going to be so much more detrimental. But the Ox is going to be able to get himself back up because of Relno taking used by his teammates, and they're just using their own opponent's abilities against them. Assassin, I just feel so bad, because when you use your opponent's Revenant ult to get a win against them, that just hurts more than anything else, man. You're just basically telling your opponent, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
It's like that is just outright cheating right there, right? It's like you're just using their ultimate, and then you're like, you know what? Just gonna Udo reverse this on you.
Making contact with enemy.
Yeah, that was a good one coming out from the side of 1 HP. Well, Frenzy is gonna be picked up, and I mean, he's gonna be revived. We're gonna be seeing Frenzy coming back into the server. But there, he's just gonna get his dead box, loot. India team 1 HP. Be back hot in the action.
We just slowed down just a tiny little bit, and all the teams, they know what to expect. They're just going to be holding it down strong from their own angles. But at the same time, Assassin, I want to see them maybe perform a little bit more of their own aggressive plays. At 1 HP, they know for a fact that one person's holding down from the top. But who is that one person sneaking around in that corner is going to be the real question here. He's just chilling, and he is just trying to survive this. But how long can he survive for is going to be the real question. Just right below is gonna be the player. Oh no, he's not gonna be able to get there. Frenzy is like, just come back here, my boy. You are not surviving an axe ripper's like, okay, time to die.
Yeah.
Poor old axe
unfortunate.
ripper, man.
Yep, poor old guy. Gonna be able to do much. He's gonna get taken down. And yep. The axe ripper falling down. Yeah, my bad, sorry. Had to sneeze. But yeah, with axe ripper falling down, right? Gonna be seeing the Syro team 1 HP claiming their land out of that building. They're gonna work around with that real estate. Gonna be happy about it as well. Wizards of Wars actually found himself
I've got
a
an
gold
eco
shield.
here. Optics here. Close
Wow.
range.
Yeah, Centero is playing the Pathfinder. Centero is actually a Gibby, if I'm not wrong, for the side of Wizards of Wars. But this time, Centero is going to be playing Pathfinder. Rice is going to be playing Seer instead of Octane. And Regicide instead of the Bangalore is going to be playing Wraith. Wow.
Let's go this
So
way.
much for the change in formation, huh?
Might be something good.
Yeah.
So
it's not
Regicide no longer has to hear aggressive crying saying that you're a selfish Bangalore.
Hello.
Yeah.
I just find Bangalore to be a very selfish character. It's nothing against the side of Wizards of Oz. It's just how the legend is made. And also, I actually got a lot of PTSD because of Quaint is one of those people that actually made me hate a lot of characters, not just in Apex, but also in multiple other games as well. He's that type of friend that will make
Spitfire action coming out from the side of
Oh
Ultimate
wait,
Doom.
he
And
actually got a Spitfire this early? Oh
yeah,
no.
it's time for Team Phoenix to go ahead and claim their right to this land as well. The Peacekeeper action coming in from the Doctor, by the way, up close and personal, is going to try and use the Peacekeeper. On top of that, we are also going to be seeing the Spitfire into the hands of Ultimate Noob, right? So yeah, see, look at this. Just insert White Death inside of that area. Not going to allow them to come out, and there comes the scan. It's so funny to just see them right there, and also got Murdoch and Doctor trying to get something done, by the way, from the other side. They just put them inside of that dead box, that trap. There's no escape out of it. Yeah, another team just came in, by the way. So this particular camp area is just gonna turn out to be a graveyard really soon. I'm pretty sure about that. 5 hostiles. Damn, Ultimate Noob. Where you guys gonna go now?
Yeah, at this point, Team Phoenix, they gotta be like, okay, what's the plan here? There's a squad on top of us, there's a squad on our left, there's a squad in front. Where do we exactly go there? And the squad on the left side is actually gonna be the start of Hearts of D4. The Hearts of D4, they're not gonna be giving it up just yet anytime soon, but look at this. Oh, what is happening?
How are they inside of there?
They can actually jump in through the chute at the very top, and they just flew in here. But hey, at least it's an interaction, to say the very least. They're just chilling with one another. Devils is like, oh, hello there. Let's just have a little bit of fun with each other. One's dancing on the left, the other one's dancing on the right, and they're just chilling now.
Wow.
Hey, I told you, match number 5 is gonna be full of beams, man. We're actually seeing a lot of beams here.
Comes the Arcstar, by the way, and the aerial view. Unit X right above. Team Phoenix inside of that building, and close to them is which team is that, by the way? Suraj Paradise, White Death, and Neom. I actually forgot the name. Damn, brain fart moment right there. But yeah, Unit X are right above, by the way. Unit X are actually holding the angle that Team Phoenix had for match 3, where they claim themselves as champions, right? So yeah.
Move this way.
Team Unit X, let's see if they are going to be able to pull off a Phoenix here. Otherwise, Team Phoenix might just go ahead and win it out as well, because they already are the masters of this play. And I guess I lost aggressive again.
No, I'm
Never mind,
right
he's
here.
right here. Yes.
I'm right here. Things are just a little bit too slow.
Alright, alright, alright. I kind of get scared, you know. Your internet gives up.
True story. The amount of times that we've been playing together and then suddenly my internet dies and then I'm running into a wall and Assassin is like, aggressive! He's right next to you! Why are you running into a wall? Can't you see him? Are you blind? And I'm like, bro, I'm right here. I'm not blind.
Like no, the thing is when I so basically aggressive is a guy who talks and comms properly in a game, right? When I don't hear his comms, I'm like, aggressive, hello? You there? You there? No, don't leave me! Don't leave me! And it looks
Oh,
like
no.
that
Yeah,
the devils. Oh wow, this is the Valkyrie. Hello Valkyrie, where are you flying off to?
Valkyrie, dude. That's the air current up here. That's
Hold
the
on a
air
second,
current.
that's not a Valkyrie.
That's an air current because of the epicenter.
Ah, okay, alright. My bad. My bad. Because I thought the hovercraft kind of thing is just for the Valkyries. Just new to the game, man. Just forget about me.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's one of those things that that's one of those places where it's all about the beams at that point. A lot of teams, they don't know how to get there or where that position exactly is if you're with the game still. So you're gonna think that these guys are actually hacking and you somehow you just dropped into there. But at the same time, you can actually get out there on any time, and that's a very bad position to hold because you can easily get counter from that. But hey,
I mean, the map-
kind of dandy.
I mean, the map received a lot of updates and stuff as well,
Yeah.
right? Like constantly, like it was hard to keep up, and I never did. So yeah, feels good to know all of this, man. Thanks a lot for the information, but it is gonna be Ultimate Noob. It's gonna be tagged by Murdoch and Doctor. Thanks for the information, Ultimate Noob. You know for a fact that that squad is pincered inside of that building. Might or might not try and move in, but oh, Ultimate Noob, he get disconnected. I can't see his.
Oh no, did he get disconnected again?
I feel like the electricity went off again.
No, he's here.
Oh, he's here, right? Okay, he's moving. Right. So it was just the AFK, maybe, you know,
Out this way.
chilling, getting some water in. On the other hand, also going to be seeing Team Unit X coming in from above. Team Phoenix, they're actually just playing this safe. It's not, it's highly unlikely of them, right, to play it safe.
No,
They know
should be
for a
playing it
fact.
safe there, bro.
Yeah, no, but keeping their playstyle into consideration, right? It's unlikely of them to just play this passive when they know there's just one team inside of that building, clear off that building, and then take the fight with the squad that is up on the cliff. But I feel like they know for the fact that as soon as they're gonna go ahead and engage onto that team inside of the building, the cliff guys are just gonna jump down and take them down as well. So third party Phoenix down. So yeah, all of them are just holding on to their positions, man. No one's trying to make a move.
It's kind of like one of those things that you would expect the side of Team Phoenix not to go in for here Assassin. Primarily because I don't like their position. Team Phoenix are in the worst possible position that they could ever be in by holding down Geysers. Because there's a team on their right side, there's a team on top of the hill. If they try to push the team inside of the right side building, they can instantly get taken out by the members of Unitex who can also go in for an aggressive push. But at the same time, I don't really like the position from the side of Unitex as well because they're in a pretty precarious situation of their own at 1 HP. They're going to be right on the other side. The Gibraltar throws out his own ultimate, getting a good chunk of damage down onto them. 1 HP does get one of the other teammates down onto a 1 HP, and it's going to be the side of Exoman taking a back seat here because one by one, their bodies are going to be piling on up. They're going to be going for that revive, but I don't think that Frenzy's going to be letting them go down anywhere just yet. They know for a fact of where the positions are going to be at. And with the Seer ultimate still available for them, they can easily go in for this push and try and take down some of their teammates. But Zeox's beautiful shield coming on down from him, invading their privacy and getting a lot of information coming on down through from them as well. But I like this. Seer's actually not opting to use his ultimate just yet. He just wants to play it slow. He just wants to play it smart. And with this, they're able to completely corral the side of Exoman down onto one singular angle, and that basement does not look safe anymore, Assassin. That's probably a literal death trap being set up by the side of 1 HP.
Wizards of Oz actually got the flag on towards Unitex as well, by the way, and Zeox also has a Spitfire. Wow. Yeah. Multiple players having the Spitfire, and we see the Spitfire coming into action. I just see that Spitfire doing a lot of damage and just wiping off that entire squad. And there you go, one more player has been detected. We're seeing the grenade coming in, the frag grenade, and that is going to be Zeox going ahead and finishing off solo Yokai. Exoman, by the way. And yeah, watch this. he's the final player, if I'm not wrong, and Zeox is constantly going in to try and take him down as well. From the other side of the map, that is from the east side, we are going to be seeing Lovely Senpai and gang moving in and trying to get piece of the action as well. There you go. Zeox and Flips are going to go ahead and take care of what's this. With that, only 5 squads remain.
The side of Team Phoenix, they're going to be opting to go in for their own excruciating play, and they're going to be the ones to try and go in for this swing to try and take down another squad. But at the same time, looking at the positions of the other teams, just look at where they are holding. They're actually trying to survive. They're actually trying to get away, because Team Phoenix, the fact that they actually made their way on top of the hill is just gonna be a little bit of a detrimental factor for them. The doctor though does get lasered by that charge rifle on towards their back end, and it is gonna be a really problematic fight for them to try and keep on this position, because 1 HP, they're right on top of that building, but at the same time, Devil Corner, he's still alive, and maybe he can pull something off, but I don't like this. Team Phoenix, you're actually gonna be going for a push against the side of 1 HP and go into the low ground as well. But they're actually inside of the circle. It's completely fine. I didn't notice the map initially, but they're actually moving their way inside of the circle instead. It's completely fine, ladies and gentlemen. I just panicked for them.
Do that. Hostile detected by the side of Team Phoenix, by the way, and they're still inside of that building that we did talk about. Looking at the side of Team X-Omen, by the way, Devil Corner. We're going to try and take care of Phoenix, but no, Devil Corner is going to be pincered on. So get taken down by the Peacekeeper, maybe? No, it's going to be the R301 instead. The Doctor is going to quickly use up his signature ability. Going to make his way inside that building. Just into safety. Get his shields back on. Here's a shield cell. Doesn't he have a shield battery? I don't think so. He's going to use the shield cells in order to go ahead and get his health up. This side, on the other hand, is Wizards of Oz. They are going to be the ones to try and make their way in. Devils have spotted out the Wizards of Oz, and the Wizards of Oz are going to get shot by the side of Team Phoenix as well. 4 squads, all of them, once again in the exact same area that we were all in for match 3. That comes this year ultimate.
That's your ultimate. Things are just gonna be going in favor of the side of the Wizards of Oz. Will they be able to survive though? It's gonna be the real question, because right on the other side, it's gonna be the side of the Devils moving down there forward. 1 by 1. It's gonna be one hill versus the other, and I don't think that the Wizards of Oz are expecting the side of Team Devils to go in for an aggressive swing right off the bat. And I like this. Devils, they're just holding on to their positions. They're not being a little bit too over-aggressive, but Regicide, it's actually on the other side, on the bottom left angle. And the fact that he's actually holding down on the bottom left angle, that's going to be a massive help for them. But at the same time, because of the Seer still being present and Third Rise, giving away so much information, it's just perfect. They don't really have to worry about much. But at the same time, what they do need to worry about is the side of Phoenix and Gang holding down all of the possible power angles inside of the building. And the fact that they have the building control in their favor, that just puts them in such a bad spot here. Assassin, yes, the Wizards of Oz, they're in a good spot, but this spot is not that strong when you consider what the side of Team Phoenix have under their belt.
Yeah, Team Phoenix definitely have the upper ground here, and when I say upper ground, I definitely mean that advantage that they are so-called looking forward to, because the ring again is in favor of Team Phoenix, right? The ring is not in favor of Team Wizards of Oz, and Wizards of Oz don't really have the weapons as well to take on this fight against Team Phoenix. Team Phoenix has got themselves Spitfires, G7 Scouts, R301, Volts, but on the side of Team Wizards of Oz, they've got Wingmans and whatnot. Like, come on, Wingman, know for a fact that the gun's got a range and whatnot, but you really have to run something better than that in order to take on these Titans, these aim gods from the side of Team Phoenix.
This is not a position that you really want to be in. The Wizards of Oz, they have made their way down here, but how much can you do? Because on the other side, it's going to be the side of Team 1 HP holding down their war fort. They're actually going to be the ones to go in for that push of their own. They're still trying to hold it down strong. They're not going to be able to survive for long though, because now, 1 by 1, the pushes are going to be coming on down through on towards the back, and Serial Child does get that kill down on Seantro, be able to finish him down off at the bare minimum. And without the Pathfinder, they can no longer even go in for a revive. Yes, there is a revive station right at the very center, but if you try to go in for that revive, I feel as though the Devils, they're going to be coming on down through it any seconds of time and take you out. And if the Devils are actually able to take this win here, Assassin, just imagine, they're actually going to be able to go down over to that 6th position. We were speculating about this over and over again, that if Devils take this win, they can pull off a miracle and get themselves into qualifications. But will they be able to do it? Because Team Phoenix and also Team 1HP, they're still alive and they're gonna be kicking it. Just as I was talking about that, it's gonna be Regicide picking up back seat here. One by one, they're gonna get taken on down, and it's gonna be the Devils coming on down through being able to take another squad fight for themselves. Now down to a 1 versus 1 when it comes down to the terms of the squad here, ladies and gentlemen. And 1HP, Team Phoenix, and the Devils. If the Devils play their cards properly, if they don't go in for this over-aggressive play here, Assassin, it's already done and dusted. They are gonna win this if Team Phoenix and Team 1HP just keep on fighting one another. It's all up to them playing it smart and knowing when to be aggressive. If they mess up the timing for even a second here, Assassin, they can't take this win, and the chances of qualifying are absolutely gone.
Phoenix, they are gonna get detected as well. They're gonna try and get into safety. They need to always have some sort of a cover, otherwise it's gonna be a little bit of a problem for them if they're gonna be out in the open. We're gonna be seeing the final round, which is gonna be closing in at about 1 minute and 50 seconds. And Team 1HP, they're already making the moves here, but the Spitfire is just going ham. We're gonna be seeing the Beast of the Hunt getting activated. 6 hostiles detected, all of them getting detected as well. The Thermites are gonna come in. We're gonna be seeing the Kiwi ult coming down, the bombardment straight in towards the ground. Ultimate Noob is gonna get himself a double. We're gonna be seeing Ultimate Noob becoming the new kill leader with 3 kills.
Hostile spotted.
Just have one more player left out from the side of Team 1HP, by the way. Full of 5 hostiles detected. It's knocked out, if I'm not wrong. Only 1 survives from the side of Team 1HP. So yeah, side of Team Phoenix, they look like that they have the chance to go ahead and take it away. And look at the Doctor falling down thanks to the creeping barrage coming in from the side of Cedar Sid. I feel as if the Devils, they are going to take advantage of the situation. They're going to go ahead and take down Frenzy, and they're going to attack on towards the side of Team 1HP. 1HP, they are putting in damage as well, but look at who's doing damage instead. It's Team Phoenix coming in from the other building, and it's going to be the Peacekeeper to go ahead and take down the side of Team
Are they actually gonna do it?
Phoenix, and I feel as if Team Phoenix have a chance of going ahead and getting themselves another one as Crips falls down. It's all down to the side of the Devils to go ahead and take down the 5 player. And it's going to be the Devils to be the champion, ladies and gentlemen. They absolutely did it. And Aggressive called it out. And I feel, though, you were right, Aggressive. It's going to be the side of Team Devils to make their way towards the top 6, if I'm not wrong, with that epic play and epic victory. Zami, Cedar Chilson, and Love Me Senpai. Well, we definitely are going to love you guys.
Oh my god, the Devils right at the very end. They were able to pull off an absolute miracle here, Assassin. And this is a miracle that you didn't even think that would have been possible. We thought that the Devils were not going to be able to find it. Initially, I was calling this out when we were still in the analyst segment that, hey, if the Devils are able to pull off a win, possibly they're going to be able to get themselves down towards that 6th position, because consider something, Hearthstone D4, they actually died off really early. They were not here at the very end on the top 8 or top 10 squads. So their points are not going to be there at all. Maybe a couple of kill points here and there, but that's pretty much it. But I'm really excited to see, because we know for a fact who's going to be qualifying for the first 5 positions. That's completely done and dusted. But Hearthstone D4, the fact that they died off so early, they're not going to be in that Hearthstone 6th position anymore. They're actually probably going to go down. And the Devils could just take it all away, but it all really does depend. Have the Devils actually gotten over 20 points? Because if they have not gotten over 20 points, they cannot take down the side of Hearthstone D4 from their position. And I feel as though it's going to be all down to like 1 or 2 points here, Assassin. I'm really excited to see this, and I'm really excited to see how these teams have really performed here. I'm giddy about this, and I can't wait to see the match highlights. But before we do head on down over to the standings, we first need to go through the match highlights, and we're going to try and break everything down for you one more time of this intense, heroic story of the side of the Devils being able to clutch everything out. But at the same time, Assassin, you start us off with the first initial engagement from the side of Team 1HP.
Yeah, Team 1HP, as we did talk about that cheating that they made as well over towards the fragment, where they went ahead and used up the opposite team's Revenant ult, using that in order to finish off that team. And then Team 1HP went on to take the fight over towards the side of Team... I feel Solo Yokai was this. It was Team X Omen, if I'm not wrong, yeah? Yeah, Team X Omen. It was just Devil Corner left out, by the way, from the side of Team X Omen in the later stages, where both of these guys got taken down, and then it was just Devil Corner. There you go, right in front of your screens, who tried to take on the Doctor. The Doctor went ahead and took him down as well, without any issues whatsoever. Yep, the Peacekeeper came in, but then it was actually the R301 who made the action possible right here. It was the final round, which was about to close in about 50 seconds. We saw the push coming out from the side of Wizards of Oz. Wizards of Oz actually, they just got pincered and they just got absolutely wrecked and destroyed by the side of the Devils. 6 hostiles detected by the scanner coming out from the side of Ultimate Noob, and he actually used up the Beast of the Hunt with the Spitfire and Thermite in order to dish out so much damage. Ultimate Noob got himself a knock, and he finished off Zeox as well from the side of Team 1 HP. 1 HP actually looking to go ahead and do more, but then the Devils came in at the right time to strike. It was actually Phoenix's Doctor who actually got taken down, and then Murdoch and Ultimate Noob left out. Ultimate Noob instantly got taken down by the Spitfire, not the Spitfire actually, the Peacekeeper if I'm not wrong. And yeah, Phoenix, it was all down to Murdoch, barely trying to stay alive behind the Wraith's shield. And look at this, actually using that as a shield. But unfortunately, he was not able to do much. The Devils went ahead and they took up that champion title, and with that, they also have solidified their hold in towards the top 6, and maybe they are just going to be able to go ahead and qualify in towards the finals. But overall, any breakdowns coming out from your side, Aggressive? What exactly do you think about the final match?
Honestly, I just really am giddy about the fact of the bad standings, because I think that all of us back at home really want to see this and see which teams have actually gone on down through, because honestly, this was the story of the underdogs. All of the underdogs that performed so well. Exomen, a team that was stuck at the bottom 15 on the starting of day number 2, and even in the middle of day number 2, now suddenly shot up from 15 over to 3. Like, what are the storylines here, Assassin? The Devils consistently being in that 6th and 7th position, trying to rise their way up into qualifying, and finally they have the best possible chance of qualifying as well here. I'm at the edge of my seats. I'm just ready to see who's going to be able to qualify, because when it comes down to the terms of the analysis, all of these teams played absolutely beautifully. There were no positional mistakes. Team 1 HP, they had a really strong position. Team Phoenix, they also had a really strong position. But right at the very end, the Devils, they were able to find the best possible timing to go in for the play and then take the advantage away from both of the sides of Team 1 HP and also Team Phoenix. But at the same time, Assassin, it's all about the kill points here. Placement points are not going to be the thing that changes anything. If the kill points are present for the side of the Devils, ladies and gentlemen, everyone in chat, I want your opinions here and I want your predictions. Will they be able to do it as the match standings are going to be ready? Like, I kind of do remember how many points the teams had at the very end. I think that I will be able to give you a proper representation, but I don't know, Assassin. It's just the waiting game right now. The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, I mean, I actually am really hyped up as well to see the match standings as well as the overall standings as well. It's going to be ready really soon, guys. So don't worry. All you have to do is just stick around and find out in a matter of few minutes as to who exactly is going to be making their way in towards the absolute finals as well. Which top 6 teams are going to be making their way in. So let's keep the teams that are already fixed out of the equation, right? So we're going to be removing Team 1 HP right there. They are definitely qualifying. Team Phoenix are definitely qualifying. Team Exomen are definitely qualifying.
Lasuda Party.
Lasuda Party are definitely qualifying. Heartstuck D4 are qualifying.
No, I don't think
Unitex
that Heartstuck D4 is qualifying. Heartstuck D4 are not probably qualifying. Unitex should be the one qualifying instead.
Yeah, actually, Unitex had
Unitex
a
was
pretty
higher.
good. Yeah, Unitex had a pretty good placement point as well for the final match. So I feel maybe they are going to be having the chance of qualifying. But yeah, now with the performance coming out from the side of the Devils, they might actually shoot up in towards the 6th spot as well, dethroning Heartstuck D4. Hey, the match standings are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight into it and stop with all the speculations. There you go. The Devils, total of 20 points right there. Be the first spot. This is the match standings, by the way. The overall standings.
20 points. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, true that.
It's probably not enough. I think so, but at the same time, I think it's only 1 point. I think I remember the side of Heartstuck D4, it's like at 79. Oh, that's going to be a little problem here. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, so at the very end, I do believe that Heartstuck D4, they're still going to be able to qualify right at the very end. They're just not going to be able to close out the gap soon.
Unfortunate, man. But hey, amazing stuff coming out from the side of the Devils, though, to just go ahead and finish things off in style. But overall, I feel as if the entire Qualifier 1 finals, right, were so goddamn exciting. We are still going to be waiting at the overall standings, by the way. And yeah, hey, let's take a look at the overall. I mean, the teams that
Qualified.
have qualified, by the way, the qualifier teams, the top 6 teams that have qualified, by the way. So one is going to be 1 HP, of course. Hashtag 1 HP.
Questionable.
And the second team is going to be Phoenix. Third is going to be X Omen. Fourth is going to be Unitex. Fifth is going to be Lasuda Party. And sixth is going to be Heartstuck D4. So I told you, right? Heartstuck D4 are in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 HP, Phoenix, X Omen, Unitex, Lasuda Party, and Heartstuck D4. Congratulations for qualifying in towards the grand finals. Qualifier 1 finals were definitely intense, and I did not expect this kind of a performance coming out from teams like X Omen and Lasuda Party and even Heartstruck D4. But you guys pulled up your weight and you guys have made your way in towards the grand finals as well now. So congratulations once again. We're going to be seeing you guys in the grand finals after we are done with Qualifier 2 and Qualifier 3 finals as well. But Aggressive, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, all these teams that have performed so beautifully. 1 HP just rising up, being that Bangladesh or Apex. We really didn't think that they were going to be able to show up as hard, but the fact that they were able to take that #1 position in such a convincing fashion as well, Assassin, with over 250 points, this team just showcase what they can do if you give them the chance to perform. Team Phoenix, X Omen, Unitex, Suit Apartment, Heartstuck D4 also just completely demolish all of their competition to bring it on back onto their end. And the most heroic story has to be the side of X Omen Assassin. From the 15th spot over to #3. I have never seen a team rise up that far other than X Omen. The literal underdog story that we were expecting, and the team that have become the dark horse for this entire tournament, moving on down over to the grand finals as well, will be the side of X Omen.
Completely agree to you on that, man. And I kind of am very happy, especially for teams like Heartstuck D4, Lasuda Party, and X Omen making their way in towards the grand finals, right? We sort of thought that they are not going to be able to make the cut with the performance that they put up in day 1 and day 2, but then in day 3, they just completely pull things out. And even in day 2, X Omen actually put up quite a performance in order to just go ahead and claim that 3rd spot. So yeah, Devil Cornering Gang, good stuff. Looking forward to seeing you guys in the grand finals as well, and as to how exactly you guys are going to be able to take away that massive chunk out of the prize pool that is $4,000 as well. With that, we pretty much we pretty much are going to be waiting for the final standings as well, and as soon as it's going to be ready, we are going to be pulling it right in front of your screens. But Aggressive, what I want to know is your thoughts on the entire Qualifier 1 finals. Like, how exactly was this experience?
When you consider the storyline here, Assassin, honestly, it was an absolute dominant showing from the side of 1 HP. Let's just not focus on that. The fact is, let's just focus on this entire qualifier as being a story of the underdogs. The team that are absolute unknowns just
Yep.
rising up to the occasion and being able to go up against all of these top dogs, blow for blow, and still take them down. Team X Omen, the Suda Party, Unit X, and of course, Unit X Ignited Mafia, the Devils being able to perform so well up till the very end, and their gamer spirit is literally there as well. Wizards of Oz, consistently, they were able to push themselves forward and push themselves to the breaking point every single time to surpass their limits. And they were able to in multiple different occasions, but they were just not able to get those closing frags that they really needed to try and reel themselves back in and get a position for themselves on the top 6. And I really do believe that this entire tournament just goes to show that, hey, doesn't matter if you're a team that have absolutely no experience playing tournaments just yet. You put in the hard work, and if you are willing to learn throughout the entire tournament, in some way, shape, or form, you're gonna be able to bring it on back and take it for your own team. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, the time we've all been waiting for is already done and dusted, and it's gonna be ready. Let's head on down over to the overall standings and the final standings for qualifiers 1. With the 1 HP with 261 points, Team Phoenix with 166, X Omen with 120, Unit X with 180. These two teams are too close for comfort. Lasuda Party with 104, Heartstuck D4 with 102, and just as I expected, the Devils with 93. They possibly could have brought it all back, Assassin, but right at the very end, they just fell a little bit too short. Just as I said, at 20 points, it was just not enough. If they had 29, though, dude, if they just had 20.
If they only had a little bit more, could have actually been able to dethrone Heartstuck D4. But overall, amazing performance coming out from all of these teams. To all these teams who did not show up or did not play, such as Team Dothraki, Killsteel and Kawarchor and all that. I mean, I kind of feel for them, but at the same time, I'm not really sure what's up. Why didn't they show up? They should have actually. They might have had the chance to go ahead and make their way in towards the top six as well, just like how Exoman and Lasuda Party did. They fought hard and finally they claimed their rightful place. But overall, the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legions for Apex Legends was an absolute banger. Qualifier 1 finals. We kind of were, excited to see who exactly is going to be that team that is going to stand out of Qualifier 1 finals. And it looks like that 1HP are definitely going to be the team that is going to stand out. And I feel like that 1HP, they are going to showcase to us similar, exciting, high-octane games in the grand finals as well. So really looking forward to the grand finals, but we still have 2 more qualifiers to go before we jump in towards the grand finals. So I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell notification icon, because we're going to be going live with Qualifier 2 finals next week on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Next Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be Qualifier 2 finals, and then after that, the next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is going to be Qualifier 3 finals. So yeah, we're going to be getting top 6 out of all 3 of these qualifiers. We already got 1 from Qualifier 1 finals. Now, the rest of the 2 are going to be coming out from the side of Qualifier 2 and Qualifier 3. And then all 20 of these squads, actually not 20, 18 of these squads are going to duke it out amongst each other. So, yep, really looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen in the grand finals. But yeah, more excited to see what Qualifier 2 has in store for us, because Qualifier 2, the registrations are still open. So if you guys still want to be a part of this massive action, massive Apex Legends action, all you have to do is just go down in the description below and get yourselves registered as well for the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legions for Apex Legends. With that, we pretty much come at the end of Qualifier 1 finals, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for all 3 of these days. If you guys are an Apex Legends fans, and if you guys have like a community or something like that, don't forget to share the registration 2 link to them and let them know that registration 2 Qualifier 2 registrations are live, and you guys can sign up for that using the link down in the description below. And with that, me and Aggressive are going to sign off for the day. We're going to be seeing you guys next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Qualifier 2 finals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day ahead. See you guys later.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.